Good morning, good evening, and everything in between. How are we all today? How are things? Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Hi, guys. How are we feeling? Hi. You're on the floor. Oh my god. So today's been crazy. Hi. Oh my god. Lucky, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Thank you. Hi, everyone. So today's been a bit crazy. I'm sure we can all agree. It's been a little bit wild. A 1,000 years? 1,000 years? 10? No, that's more than 1,000. I can't read. Oh my god, thank you so much for the gifted. Thank you so much for pausing for the 5 gifted. Oh my god, thank you. Wow, guys. You're gonna make me cry. Oh my god. I just words. What are words right now? So I want to say thank you everybody for being there at the premiere. I wasn't sure I was gonna put a premiere or anything, and then someone was like, "So where is it? I'm waiting," and I was like, "Oh, sure, okay." And then seeing everyone there was very. Oh my god, I was so overwhelmed with just emotions, and I'm really grateful that everyone was there, and thank you so much for having this adventure with me. It was amazing seeing everyone's reactions live. DJ Dude, I'm so sorry I don't remember you. I'm so sorry, but I am so, like, overwhelmed right now, sir. My memory is terrible right now. It's still looping right. Oh my god, guys. I had a goal for that cover. Like, I had a goal, and Neki can vouch. I said if I can get 88 views on that cover, it's like a goal and a dream. And I saw the view count and what it's currently at, and I want to cry already. She's 61, I'm gonna cry. The second it hit, like, I didn't expect it to get this high, and I'm so happy. Whoa, it's crazy. So, yeah, this has been a time, and oh my god, I'm at such a loss for words right now. I was like, oh my god, I don't even know how I'm going to be able to talk on stream because, like, wow, you guys are sort of loving and sweet and incredible, and I'm like, oh my god, and I'm like, it's here, and, like, it's finally out. I've been sitting on that for a couple of days now, just, like, so nervous because we got it finished on Sunday. Like, it straight up was finished Sunday, and we went, alright, here we go. So it's real. The cover is real. You guys have seen the entire journey of that. And I do want to say thank you to everyone who was involved in making it. The mixer was incredible. Like, I spoke with her and, like, in seconds I was like, hey, is it okay to do a rush job on this? And they're like, absolutely. We'll do. And, like, I was so happy. Like, the fact that they also retweeted. I'm in shock that they retweeted that. Like, whoa, I wasn't even expecting anything, and everyone really just went guns ablazing on that one, and I appreciate it. It's such an amazing cover. Your voice is so lovely. Thank you, Dop. Thank you so much. And yeah, no, sitting on that finished and not being able to post it or show anyone was driving me insane because no one saw the finished video. Like, I made sure that nobody... Is she gonna speak today? I don't know if she's gonna speak today. Cinder? Ooh. Wait, why did she not speak that one? Give me a second. Cyndaquil? Excuse me, Cyndaquil. Are you gonna speak? Give me a second. Wait for it. I can see her doing things. Of course she wouldn't chill for me. Excuse me, Cyndaquil, support me.
Someone Someday cover by Mario Elia.
There we go. There we go. Her brain was... She's just in as much shock as I am right now. That's all it is. There we go. The cat is shilling. I repeat, the cat is shilling. Oh, God. She's just like us for... Oh, God, Mom, I'm so proud of you. The cover was... Thank you, Drac baby. Thank you. We have come so fast from where we were a few months ago. I'm still in disbelief. And I've been obviously getting all the notifications, like every retweet I've been getting notified, and I've just been staring at it, and I appreciate everyone who messaged me and DM'd me about it. I have got so many messages still to open and read through, and I promise I will get through them as soon as possible. I am really, really grateful for everything, and I really want to say thank you as well to Shura, who did that incredible artwork. Like, oh my god. Can we all appreciate how amazing that art was? Like, Shura, yeah, like, Shura cooked for that one. Don't me right now, it's your day. It's our day, because that is, for as far as I am aware, the first time Shira's art has been in a music video. So I'm really proud of Shira as well, because we did it. We did it, mama. We did big things together. My first cover online, your first, like, art and a music video. We did amazing things together. We did it. The cover is real. Oh, God. Don't make me cry. I'm sorry. Asking perms to kiss you platonic and affectionately. Shura, you gotta give the perms. Shura, you gotta give the perms. Let's go. I can't believe you're asking my mom. I'm really grateful, guys. And I don't know how I'm not crying right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I thought I was shaking. I was physically shaking that entire time. Like, the housemate that lives with me, like, put their hand on my shoulder, because I'm covered up in blankets while we were watching it. And, like, I was just vibrating, like, non-stop moving. Do you know how hard it was to hold in since you... Oh my god, I am still appreciative that you listened to it. Like, me sending it into, like, basically, once I got it back, I messaged a few of the team and I was like, alright, who can listen to this for me? Mom, a choo-choo as well, back at you. There we go. Hit them with the choo! Oh god. You ascended? Oh god. Wow. So Wednesdays, huh, guys? How do we move on from here? Like, oh my god. And now we get to do Women Love Wednesdays. I don't know how well I'm gonna read today, guys. I am still pumping with adrenaline. This is the after party. This is the after party. With a push, you're gonna get so many. Like, oh my god. Wednesday is now my fave day of the week. Let's go! Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the coffee donation, Lucky. Oh my god. God, thank you. Oh my god. Women love a really Amari's cover of someone's... Oh god, you have no idea how much I am so happy that you guys love it as much as you do. I'm like twirling my hair like, oh my god, guys. Have a good day at work, Lucky. Thank you so much for being here. Stay safe, make good choices, and thank you. god, guys. 12 hair kicks speaking. Me! That's me right now. I'm like wrapped up in a blanket, like fidgeting with it so badly, and I'm like just wrapped up so tight. And I'm like, oh my god, guys. How can we not love it? I was super nervous the entire time. I was like, oh god, here we go, we're gonna record. And like, there was another cover before this one that is like 75% complete that got shelved for a little bit because of reasons. And this one kind of took the place. So it feels really iconic that this was the one that kind of like took it over, you know what I mean? Like, I'm excited for the other one when it does happen. But wow, the other cover has taken like 3.5 months, and we did this one in a couple of weeks, and I think that's insane. I have never speedrun. Words are hard right now. You just finished out of that one, and then this one, literally, Shira just finished that, like, the other project, and then that whole stream happened, and then Shira was in my DMs, like, talking to me, and I was like, Shira, you know what this means, right? Because we were talking about it, and Shira was like, give me 5 minutes, and like 15 minutes later comes back with an entire concept sketch, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, Shira was so ready from the start, and like the art was incredible, and every time I was like looking at it, because Shira was streaming it on their Twitch, and how they like just watching it come together was like, oh my god, it was amazing. I love watching Shira draw. It's so calming to watch, honestly. So it was crazy. And then yeah, I got to oh, the cover is going to hit 80. I will start crying on stream if it hits 88. I'm not gonna lie. Guys, I'm so sorry in advance if it does. If I find out, I'm gonna probably be in shambles. oh my god, I don't know what I did to deserve such an amazing, like, you know? I feel like the music right now is not really fitted to the situation though. Give me 2 seconds. Let's. There we go. Can we get much higher? Oh my god, wait, someone needs to take a screenshot if it hits 69 for me, please. I'm asking politely, if it hits 69, can someone please get a screenshot for me? Asking desperately. Just for a little silly, you know? Just for a silly little thing. Also, funny story, because I did the music video, like the actual video itself, on my own. And like it's basic, like I did it's gestures. I showed Shura part of it, and we sat there for like 5 to 10 minutes, like checking all these different text, because Shura was like, no, go for one that's more straight. And I was like, what do you mean straight? And then they're like, we find one, and they go, and can you try it italicized? And I was like, but that's not straight! Like, absolutely the funniest part of this entire thing. It was so funny, because it was like, straight, but to literally, yeah, straight on my whim. Real. On our Women Wednesday. Insane. I can't believe this. And I'm really happy because Shura was like, oh, I wish I could animate the leaves. And then I was like, oh, give me one without the leaves in it. And then I spent 3 hours getting the leaves to move across the screen. Oh, you got the 69. Let's go! We are winning today! We hit 69! This is what we've been waiting for! Woo! Oh my god. my god, we are winning today. I also realized I didn't turn off anybody who was on the stream recently, so I need to quickly do that because otherwise that could be a little funny. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. There we go, there we go, there we go. Nikki, I adore you so much. Yeah, oh my god, 76, are you kidding? That's crazy. Y'all are gonna make me cry, you're gonna make me cry, you're gonna make me cry! Oh my god, y'all, I'm like shaking you all, y'all. Oh my god. That will exceed 100. I didn't think it would get to 50. I had 88 as my like absolute stretch goal. I don't know how I will feel if it exceeds 100. And then like not only if it does that, but there is a clip that is sitting just under 100 apparently because someone pointed it out to me, and I was like, there is no way one of my clips is about to hit 100. That's insane. So like if I have two things that hit 100, I don't know how I'm gonna function. That's crazy. Like if that would be insane. Absolute insane behavior. The 100 emoji, let's go. We're gonna do it. Y'all are wild. Oh my god. Oh god. I'm pretty sure all three has hit 100. Oh god, oh god. Oh god. Hold up, I'm shilling to my Riceman. That clip's at 103. What the hell? What do you mean? Oh my god, that's insane. There is no way we hit that. Yo. Yo. We really do be hitting everything. What the heck? Oh my god, guys. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna I'm not crying. Look at that. We're doing good. Look at us go. We do be going. We're at 81 views. Oh my god. Please, if someone can get a screenshot of 88, I appreciate everything and anything forever. God, please. Can we get 300 followers too? I feel like you're asking too much there, Neki. You've got what? Only a couple more weeks? 1, 2. You've got 2 weeks. 2 weeks and 2 days. But then again, I need to stop like testing fate with you because you end up somehow managing to beat me every time. I don't know how you do it. God. Guys, I'm gonna keep just getting emotional. We will get the fanfic. I don't know. I don't know. That's a lot. Y'all are very confident with yourselves there. I will give you that. You're absolutely pulling a power move. God bless. Yeah, Dop. There is a current, how would you word it? If that gold bar hits 300 before the start of the next month, I, Marielle Aurelia, will make an AO3 account and I will publish my first ever fanfiction as Aspen Miho. But there is a Mari fanfic. True, there is a fanfic that has me in it. I exist in fiction, guys. I am the peak of fanfiction character. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm like, yes, I'm real. I'm in AO3. You're fictional. Oh my god. No, Neki, wait. But yeah, so there is that as a challenge. The voices. No, Neki, make sure you don't take your meds. Make sure I stay real, Neki. You need to make sure. Don't let me disappear. I mean, It will be poggers if someone slips me that fic with Mari in it for research purposes. Oh my god. Yeah, it's real. It exists in the tag under Please Be Happy. But you miss her? Neki, no, it's okay. I'm here. I'm still here. I'm real, I promise. I never left. I'm always right by your side, always. Don't listen to them. There was no accident. Oh god. Posted a comment about the follower goal, go like it so it states, oh my god. It's like I can still hear her voice. Quit telling everyone I'm— what? Are you kidding? Wait. Wait, did it actually? Wait, did it actually hit it? I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not crying, I'm not crying, I'm not crying. Look at that, we're not crying, we're not crying, we're not. There's no way. Oh my god, it actually did. Don't mind me, I'm just getting oh, Windows jump scare. Windows jump scare. Oh my god, wait. Oh my god. It hasn't even been 2 hours yet. Guys. Guys. I didn't think it would even get this close. What? Yo. Okay. We're feeling very normal right now. We're totally very— wow. Can we get much higher? Oh my god. I'm trying not to cry. I'm trying not to cry. I'm not gonna cry on stream. You're not gonna get me crying on stream. Oh my god. Wow. Guys, thank you. I know I'm meant to be playing the game, but I feel like I'm like not quite ready to jump across because I'm still very like— I'm still shaking, and I want to make sure that when I jump across to play it, I can read. I'm gonna take a drink though because I'm gonna cry. So I need to consume a liquid before I do. Just wait, give me 2 seconds. Just so you know, the drink of choice for today is vanilla Coke. We do be consuming Coke today. That was not water. Absolutely was not water. I deserve it. I have the worst combination of drinks right beside me. I have Coke, water, iced coffee. I have a selection of 3 liquids to consume. It's occasion. Honestly, not the worst combo I've heard. I mean, it's almost like a discount spider. I would, cause you know, milk and ice creams and got milk in it, so it's like you're almost there. It's Pilk. It's fucking Pilk. God damn it. It's coffee flavored Pilk. Oh god. Oh no. It's okay, it's not combined, so it doesn't count. Still think vanilla Coke is just ice cream with Coke. Do you know, over here, we call that a spider. So if you buy like if you get a glass of Coke and you put a scoop of ice cream in it, that is called a spider. Yeah. So like I think Americans call it a float. Is that what it's called? Why? So, okay, the reason why it is called a spider is because of the bubbles that happen and how they have the texture. It looks like, basically the reason why they named it that is because it looks like cobwebs. So it's like little spider webs in your drink kind of thing, and that's where it got its name from over here, from what I understand. Yeah. So we call it a spider. And I remember we used to go on, like, you can get it in so many places, but I specifically remember I used to go to this one place every year as like a tradition thing when I was younger, and we would always order like food there. So every year on the same day around the same time, I would order a Fanta spider, and I would enjoy the shit out of it. Because obviously, you know, you don't really just buy that whenever kind of thing. So you get it when you like go out to dinners and all that. And so I always would have my little Fanta spider or my Coke spider. And then, yeah, that's what we call it here. Isn't that crazy? I remember how much that shocked people. Being an adult means you are the only one responsible for what you eat, but being an adult means you're the only one responsible. Real. What flavor of Fanta? The normal flavor, I guess. Cause like, you know, the orange one? That's like one of the most common spiders you get here. Is either lemonade, Fanta, or Coke. They are your three main flavors that you'll get. I think Sprite as well is an option, but that's Sprite. Those three are your main three, though. I don't think there's any other combos, as far as I'm aware. In the US, it's root beer. Fanta orange with vanilla ice cream? Yeah, it's very common here. Yeah, it's super common here to have it. Like, it's really common. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I do enjoy it. It's pretty neater. Fanta orange is, I think, second most common one in the US. Yeah, there we go. Orange creamsicle. When did people start doing that? Always. That's just always been a thing. Like, my entire existence, it's always been that. My eyes are being opened and I don't like this. Try it, Riceman. Try it. You will not regret it. Trust me. It is actually really good. Buy Fanta, pour it into a glass, get some vanilla ice cream, put it in there, let it do the little bubbling up, mix it a little bit, and then it's perfect. And you'll never regret it. It is amazing. It is one of the best things that you will ever have in your life. I recommend it 10,000%. You know what? I recommend it 8,888%. I am that on my word. That is how much. Wanna know my cursed combo? Oh, let's go, Ava. What is your cursed combo for let me know. What is it? Hit me. Let's go. I'm so ready for this. The cover hit what? No way. No way. Me checking because I'm in disbelief. Wait a second. Oh my god. You're gonna get jump scared. I need this. Wait. Ah! Guys! Oh, there it is! Jump scare. Windows, their Urshi is back. Oh, thank you, Neki. I just saw that you sent it my way, thank you. Triple digits, holy shit! I'm consuming 3 pepper pickles and drinking lavender cream Earl Grey tea. That is a combination that I have never heard of, and I'm kind of impressed, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that is a combination that you could pick, and I'm kind of... That is definitely a combination you can pick! Oh my god. Oh my god. Does anyone dip their fries in soda? No, but when I was younger, we used to dip our Macca's fries in the Macca's soft serve because it was, yeah, she's picked now to eat, even though she wasn't hungry for like she wasn't eating for like the last hour and a half. because she hears me speaking, she's like, I'm gonna conveniently be hungry now, and so she likes to just be a little bit cheeky. But yeah, you get your Macca's fries, you put it in your ice cream, and you eat it. Because it's a nice combo between the salty and the sweet. I don't do it anymore, but I did it when I was younger. I don't know how many people still do it. For the love of God, why does everyone dip their fries in everything but condiments? Still regret not getting fries. I want, no. The one that I wanted to try so badly was the one, so there's this thing that Americans have where it's like an ice cream, but they hold it upside down and it just stays in place. That is so fascinating to me. The idea that you can tip an ice cream upside down and it won't fall out. Blizzard, yeah, that one. Like, that scares me.
Our Roshi is famous now. I'm so happy the world can hear her beautiful singing.
Thank you. Dairy Queen, it doesn't exist here. There is no Dairy Queen in Australia, or at least not in the part where I am. Maybe over east there's one or two. Holy shit, that's the first time I've heard Cinderella. Yes, she do be speaking. She has many things to say. I need to, we have the ability to possibly give her a custom voice, and a part of me is thinking of tweaking, like, what kind of voices she has to see what we can do. There's an ice cream shop here that throws their ice cream cup at you. You have to catch it? Oh, I would fuck up so bad. Babushka voice. I raise you. She needs to have a Southern Belle voice. Let's be real. Let's be real. Give Cinder Aspen's voice. Wait, no, you're so real. My shit hearing couldn't hear. Oh, you couldn't hear her? She's like nearly max. Okay. Let me turn her up a bit more. Cinder, let's test you. Let's test how you speak for me today. What are we gonna make you say? Wait, I'm gonna make her say something very funny.
Hello everyone, yeah.
Incredible. That was beautiful. Thank you, Cinder, for your contribution to this discussion. The ice cream shop is called Cold Stone. Ooh. She said hello everyone, and then she said Nia, but it didn't want to pick Nia up. And that's why she's such a queen. Queen behavior, honestly. She makes people have to think. Oh, that made noise. Insane. Okay, I'm gonna close that now. No think. No think. We don't think here. Not in this economy. 108 views. Oh my god. Y'all are insane. But like insane positive. Insane oh my god levels of oh my god. I'm like, I need my Wawa. Like, I should have brought my Wawa down. I need my emotional support Wawa. She's currently away behind the glass. I wish I had gotten 2 of her. She's just staring at me from her place in the, like, glass. God bless her. I think everyone deserves an emotional support Wawa, honestly. Yeah, Wawa! I have her little, plushie. Get the Wawa. No, she's looking at me from the side with support. Wawa is very brr. Don't make me cry. Wawa is my mom, for real. Other than Shira. Obviously Shira is my mom, but Wawa is also my mom. Real, not clickbait. Free Wawa. She's currently beside my... So I've got her to my side with Boros, Friend, and Callie, all in their little, like, cabinet, all happy, just chilling, just vibing. They're just staring me down, except Callie. Callie fell backwards, so she's currently laying on her back staring at the ceiling, and honestly, what a queen for that. God. Takamori cabinet, real! Small council will join them soon. I am so excited. I ordered Crony and Mume, and I have Botan because Botan was a birthday present. So Botan is coming as a birthday gift, and then I put aside for ages to make sure that I could get the council plushies. I was really, really like, I want these so bad because like I didn't get any of the birthday celebration merch for the clock and all that. So like I wanted just something, and like the plushies are so silly. So I was like, I really want them. And so I have them, and I am so excited. And then between that and Mimo, I feel like I am set for a pretty long time. Like, I'm happy. I'm terrified for the announcement for whatever next ones they have to celebrate anniversary. I'm gonna look the other way. I pretend to not see for my sanity's sake. Insert the I haven't. Yeah, no, that's a mood, Riceman. That is such a mood. I'm feeling that one. And that's the fun of it, you know? Is it dangerous? Real. They are. They're like the only ones that I've really like spent for because like obviously the mascots. Neki! I'm so excited for when we get Mimo. I'm gonna punt her. I'm so happy that we're getting a Mimo plushie though. Oh my god. I can't believe Mimo was funded. Sometimes I think about the fact that she actually got funded and I'm like, yeah. Like, whoa. Can you do a live action shot of the punting? I absolutely can. For you, I will. I will take a video of her getting punted. Real. Mimo funded to be punted. Don't punt her, but she's so cute. You know, like she's an angel. Sometimes you just gotta whoop. You know, sometimes you just gotta whoop upon thee. It's the cuteness aggression. Real though. Oh my god. Angels fly sometimes. Angels fly. Real. You are so right for that one. I don't know, man. I see her and I'm like, ah yes. You were very puntable. You need to make him descend. If we ever get an Aspine, will you punt her too? Absolutely. Oh, absolutely I will. If Aspen plushie is real, it's on site. It is absolutely on site. Like, I see that plushie and I'm like, yep, I'm throwing you across the room. You are my favorite thing in the entire world. If Aspen plushie ends up being real, I am keeping that little baby by my side. Like, I will bring her everywhere with me. That will be my emotional support. Like, we will go shopping together. I believe in her. Whole ass red panda, like, walking through the streets with her tiny little, like, Aspen plushie, like, ah, yes, this is the life. This is how it's gonna be. Give her the gift of temporary flight. Others make plushies kiss more. I will punch you in the real. I will. When I got Boros, I punted the shit out of Boros. Like, Boros flies really well, but it was funny. Let them kiss and then punt them. I will punt one onto the other as if they are kissing. It'll be like they're running to kiss each other. Oh my god. Hi, Bonnie. How are you today? Hi, Mari. I think it's my first time catching a stream. Just woke up to your cover and it made... Hi! Thank you so much for being here today. I'm so excited that you liked the cover. The fact that it made your morning. Oh my god. Thank you. I'm so grateful that you listened to it. Thank you so much. Welcome in today. It's so great to get to meet you. I hope you've had, other than that, a really amazing morning so far. I hope your day is absolutely wonderful. Yes, Bunny is back. All we need is Big Milkies and the gang's all here. Yeah! Oh my god, Bunny. You are something. Oh my god. Great start to... Oh, I'm still at a loss. Oh my god. The cover spreading far and wide, carrying the Aspen love. I need everyone to understand that when I was recording that video, not the video, the video? Recording the audio, my screen was set up so that, like, because Rye was in call with me when I was doing it, so, like, basically how it was set up was that Rye and I were in a Discord call together. I had all of my streaming set up, and I would record it, and, like, Rye would listen to, well, we did a few, like, test runs, and Rye would be like, okay, you need to change this, stop doing that, do this instead, and so we were doing it all. And then I would record it, and how I had it set up was that I had a chat, like, one page, because I brought it... Oh, Andromeda Cluster, thank you so much for following. Welcome, how are you today? Lupit, oh my god, Neki. But basically how I had it was that there was one screen filled with two different chats, one with our Discord, one with, I think it was Neki that I had the chat open for. They didn't know I was recording at the time, but I was talking to them. And then I had the other screen where it was the lyrics and the recording software. And so I was recording with Rye and distracting myself by, like, talking to other people and, like, looking over the lyrics, and then I would sing the song, and then we would kind of work it back and forth like that. While he was listening to the recording, I was talking to people, doing other things. I was looking at art, I was looking at, like, the original video, and, like, that was how I was keeping myself from being so nervous with the recording, because, like, I'm, in the past, back when, because you guys know that I used to do a lot of stuff for work-wise, so, like, we would go into the studio, and I don't know any studios where I live at the moment. So, like, when I did all that, it was an hour drive from here, and I don't have contact with them anymore. I don't think I can get in on that one anymore, so I was like, okay, we'll do it from home then. And so I spent ages trying to set it up, and there's already so much I want to change for next time, which will be the third cover, because the other cover that's already in the works has already got the recording and the mixer already has it. So there's like, well, we can't really change that one now that we've heard how this one came out and then get that changed for the next one. Emotional support, Aspen PNG, real. So, like, what does your recording... You have a recording closet? No. So basically what I did was I have my two screens. I had a very large blanket. I had a basically a shelf to my side, and I taped the blanket to the window, to the thing, and I had myself under that to try and, like, soundproof and keep it small, because I do not have a closet that I can use to record. I just don't have one. So, like, that's what we could work with. And so it was really hot half of the time, because I live in a hot place. And, like, oh my god, it was crazy. No closet, we're out. Real! I wish I had a closet to use. That would be so convenient for it. I can just curl up in the closet, because, yeah, with a lot of my singing, I tend to sing standing up. I was doing... Don't take this out of context. A lot of my recordings that I did, and behave, I was, like, on my knees so that I wasn't too high up from the thing so that I could still record it. Or, like, I was sitting in a really particular way because, like, I just prefer to stand when I sing. It is better technique-wise to be standing when you sing, or, like, not sitting. think the audio quality came out pretty great. Thank you. I am really, really, really grateful that it turned out as nicely as it did. And like, I have a decent mic. I've had the same mic since the start. And it's really funny to me because a lot of people were like, oh, your mic has gotten a lot better since you started. Did you upgrade? Because like, you look at the quality of the first few streams to now, and it's very different. So basically, so I have an AT2020, I think it's called, and I didn't ever look up how to properly set it up, and I am used to a very specific kind of mic from like doing gigs and everything, so this one was a new one for me, and I was using it a particular way for like at least 2 months, like at least 2 months of it. And then yeah, basically after that, I looked up one tutorial because when the Clock did their stream with like streaming, like microphone advice, and they said my one, I was like, hang on, I'm obviously doing something wrong then in this case because my quality is absolutely tragedy. Like, there's no way. And so I looked it up and I looked at how they are meant to be set up, and then I moved it from facing me to facing upright, and yeah, so that's why there was a sudden shift in quality where everyone thought I just upgraded my mic, when in reality I just lifted it up. I'm smart, I promise you, I am a very smart red panda. Sometimes, not all the time. We sometimes have the brain cell. And then I put filters on because I was looking at trying to, maybe I am the problem. Maybe I was the problem, real. I got so much better. I did all the filters. I did the proper config for it. And then I also got like an arm thingy. So now I can just move the mic. Oh, I just whacked the screen. And then it just sits like that. And so I can move it around now. We've been making slow improvements to the setup, guys. It's been crazy. The Stream Deck is real. Yeah, no, it's been insane. Like, learning mics has been a nightmare. I don't miss the time where I didn't have to worry about this side of things. I'm not gonna lie. We got I like your funny words, Magic Man. Real! I had to sit there and watch like 3 tutorials on how to set it up, and I was like, well, if the Clock says it's good, it must be good. It must just be me not doing it properly. And you know what? They were right. They were right. It was me. I was just not doing it properly. And I should have looked it up in the first place. I sat here saying that my... Really? Yeah, like really she does, and it's so valuable. I learned so much. I took notes. I pulled up my Google Docs. I had my little note taking. I had all of my little subheadings and this and this and this. I was such a good student, guys. You have no idea. I was like, I'm ready to ace the exam, the metaphorical exam that's not real. It was pure like push his glasses with like finger, like I'm ready for this. We are allowed our little moments of weakness, and that one was definitely my one. Okay, I think I am done being almost in tears, so I'm gonna take a drink. Imagine someone asks how you learned to tune you, and you hand them a clock mentally. That would be me. That would actually be me, and that's the sad part. Like, just straight up, I'm like, alright, here you go. There's so much stuff in... Yeah! Real! You're like, oh, well, this would have been a lot easier if I just Googled it. And then you do, and then you're like, well... we learn one day. One day. But I don't know when that one day is gonna be. I feel like music, I'm gonna have it a little bit lower today. Maybe that's okay? I'm not seeing that come through. Wait. We're gonna... Because I keep changing it to fit other things. Alright, does that sound okay for you now? Nearly been an hour. Yep, oopsies. Just replace the music with your cover. Oh my god. Yeah, guys, we're gonna actually watch Party It today. We're not. We're gonna watch. Can hear it softly. Perfect. Alrighty. Oh boy. We're so excited to see how this is gonna go. Apparently, I paused it at a very interesting time, but no one told me why. So, let's get into it. A bright burst of light jerks me awake. I groan, getting ready to toss a pillow at Maddie and demand she turn the light back off. It's so bright, it hurts when I try to open my eyes. But when I do, I realize the light is coming from the window, and it's not a window I recognize. Oh. Uh-oh. Tara and Morgan wake up naked. Oh. Where? Jesus Christ! What the Jump scared. I wasn't expecting that one. Jesus. Okay. Okay. Women Wednesdays, guys. Women Wednesdays. Tara and Morgan wake up naked in bed together, covered with blankets. Morgan is still sleeping while Tara is sitting up. I didn't prepare a safe for work Sasuke. Oh no. Morgan is starting to stir next to me, an adorable little smile on her face. It's so cute that for a minute it distracts me from the fact that she's completely naked. It takes another second for me to realize that I am too. I yank the covers up to my chest to, well, cover myself. Memories of last night start to come back in bits and pieces. We'd been going over notes about something, and admittedly, I might have gotten a little flirty. But next thing I know, we're kissing, books are on the floor, I hear papers crumbling underneath my butt, and once I said yes, she couldn't even wait to get to the bed before she started undressing me. And it's not that I'm complaining, but it was definitely the last possible way I thought she'd respond. At least now I remember why I'm sore. Oh, she is actually kind of pretty. It isn't long before Morgan opens her eyes as well. The rest of her face doesn't move as she wakes up. She sleeps with that same blank face she has when she's awake.
Good morning, Tara.
Her voice seems a little different. Softer, maybe? I have no idea, but it's kind of cute.
Hey, yeah, good morning.
I cringe at the sound of my own voice. That was way too loud. I need to do a better job of keeping my cool.
How'd you sleep?
Better than I have in a long time.
I smile.
Although you do snore. Loudly.
You're going for her throat like that? Damn. I try not to let my smile break. I mean, she's right, but only when I lay on my back. Oh my god. I try to think back on a long list of awkward morning afters and pick out a good comeback, but everything grinds to a halt as soon as I feel her lips press against my side. It's just a tiny peck, the kind I'd give a cute fan. But she also blows a tiny puff of hot air onto my skin that makes me shiver. I can feel my face turning as red as my hair, and no comeback's not happening.
Tara, are you okay?
I need to say something to get back on top of this mess, but all I can do is stare down at her. Those bright green eyes, that soft face, that messy orange hair.
Tara?
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking that, well, you're cute.
Hey, I've had worse lines. I can't see her face, but I think I hear her chuckle or something like it. I should probably get up too, but I can't help taking a minute to stare. Maddie always gets on me for being thirsty, but I think I earned it this time. Her curves, her muscles. She's like someone that asked me every last detail about what my type was, then turned her real. This village is a dream come true. What do you mean, strap game? I am both curious and concerned. Just gonna... No. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Hi, Chu. Hi, how are you? I'm glad you enjoyed the cover. Hi, Chu. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hi. Oh my goodness. My clothes are spread across the floor, and it takes me a minute to hunt them all down once I'm out of bed. Actually, that's how they usually are at home too. I've got more important things than clothes to keep in my dresser. Morgan's already dressed by the time I get everything together, with her hair back in its usual pigtails. Cute as they are, I kinda miss how it looked down.
Hey, so,
Is something wrong?
your mom isn't home, right? I'm pretty sure she won't be happy if she sees me coming out of your room first thing in the morning.
Insane?
You made enough noise last night that she'd know anyway. I don't think she's going to do anything about it.
Oh,
Oh my god. Hello? Oh my god. I feel like I'm burning up, but her expression is the same as ever. She's not even trying to be smooth, and she's still better at it than I am. And I'm already really good.
great. Yeah, cool. Glad we don't have to worry.
I'm going to go make some coffee for us. That's my bra, by the way.
Oh my god. No wonder it felt so loose. She's out the door, leaving me to search for more clothing and think about the conversation Morgan and I are going to have when she gets back. Oh boy. I'm still thinking about what I want to say when she returns with the coffees, already chugging hers down.
I usually make it strong, but I put plenty of cream and sugar in yours, so you should be fine.
I normally take it black, actually.
I saw your daily routine video. I know how you take your coffee.
I don't even know why I'm bothering with the usual cool routine at this point. I should just accept that I'm beat. I take a tiny sip of the coffee and nearly fall back down on the bed. Even with cream and sugar, this is the strongest thing I've ever tasted. She drinks this black?
Is it too much? I can put some liquor in it if you want.
Girl? Girl. Behave. Girl? Okay.
Isn't it like 8 in the morning?
Yes. Why do you ask?
I sigh and take another bitter sip. The last thing I need right now is alcohol.
Hey, so I think we need to talk.
Jesus.
Sure. What about?
I'm not sure if she doesn't know or doesn't care about what I'm going to say, but from the way she's acted so far, I'm pretty sure it's the second one.
Look, you're a really great person. I really like hanging out with you, and I had a great time last night.
I know.
She needs to stop making me blush. I probably look the same way Mads does every time I try to introduce her to a cute girl.
I just want to make sure we're clear on what that was all about. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I mean, I'm not really the dating type, and I'm gonna be leaving in a month. I'm happy to do stuff like this as long as it's...
Tara,
She doesn't sound frustrated or upset. If anything, her voice is softer.
we talked about this exact thing last night. You're cute, you're fun, and I really enjoyed having sex with you. But that's all this is, and neither of us expect or want anything different. You don't have to give me any excuses.
Blunt as ever, she takes another sip of coffee as I breathe a sigh of relief. All that worrying for nothing.
Great! Awesome, cool. Yeah, I'm glad that's settled then.
I should feel relieved, relaxed, all that good stuff. With the rough part out of the way, I can go right back to being as intrepid and charming as always. So why do I feel like I'm the one who got let down here? This kind of thing shouldn't bother me, even if it didn't go the way I'm used to. This is why I hate taking time to think about things.
So, did you make that sweater yourself?
Does this mean Please Be Happy could have an OSHA violation scene? Lord, I wish! Morgan's eyes widen at my question. Looks like I found a good way to move on.
I did, actually. My ex showed me how to knit a few years ago, and I've been doing it ever since. It's a nice way to pass the time. If you want, I could make you something to take home when you're done here.
That'd be super cool. Everyone I know wears coats like Maddie's, or one of those big puffy marshmallow coats. I'm sure some hand-knit stuff would break the mold.
The fact that you insist on going investigating in nothing but a light jacket made me assume you didn't like coats in general.
Maybe I was just waiting to get in on the hip wool fashion trend.
I catch her smiling in between sips. She might act different, but I get the feeling that we're on the same wavelength for some things. I mean, obviously, since we ended up together, but still. Well, not together, of course, but...
I thought it was because of your shirt. You wear that same moon shirt in every vlog you do. I didn't expect it to be the same way in real life.
It was actually Maddie's idea, believe it or not. Something about having a, visual brand for the sake of the show. I figured my winning smile would be enough, but... I mean, as long as people like it.
I just realized there's a Terra Normal poster in the background. She really did just... With the person she has a poster of, she's living every delusional person's dream right now. That's insane.
I didn't realize she was that invested in the show. I figured she didn't care that much.
Ouch. Hearing her mention how distant Maddie seems is a pretty painful reminder of how much things have fallen apart between us.
She used to be. Back when we started, she was a lot more invested in this whole thing. We've been inseparable since high school, and I figured she was really excited to keep that bond going strong.
That's pretty incredible. I don't think I've had any friendships that lasted more than a year.
I realized that she hasn't mentioned a single friend since we got here. I guess claiming your cat talks to you probably doesn't score you points with anyone other than me.
Oh yeah, it's been like around 10 years or something. Don't tell her I told you this, but we actually met because we were both total goths.
No fucking way. I jump when Morgan suddenly bursts into laughter. I've only known her for about a week, but it feels weirdly unlike her. Probably because it's the most emotion she's shown since we met, and that includes last night.
I can't imagine Maddie walking around with raccoon eyes and dyed hair.
You have no idea. She was goth enough to put me to shame, always talking about the darkness in her soul, chilling with all other cool goth kids, calling herself Raven. It was great.
Calling herself Raven. Oh my god. Raven. 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 Oh my god.
You were part of a group? Do you keep in touch with any of them? I'd hope at least one of them kept the look.
My smile fades as I look away from her. She couldn't have known that asking that would bring back bad memories, so I don't blame her. But the memories are still there.
Not really. Most of them stopped talking to me when I told them I was trans, and the rest bailed as soon as I started to actually transition.
Huh.
Maddie was the only one who really stuck up for me.
What the fuck?
I'll never forget that.
Morgan puts down her now empty mug. I'm not even halfway through mine.
I'm so sorry, Tara. I didn't mean to.
So we're all getting together and beating the asses of all of those people, right?
Nah, forget it. It's seriously okay. The whole thing is ancient history now.
That isn't a lie. I feel a hell of a lot better about the whole thing now that I know I'm doing way better than any of them. I can tell Morgan doesn't buy it, though. Better switch up the subject.
Anyway, after that, the two of us were inseparable all through high school. We even picked the same college so it'd be easier to stay in touch. The only time our friendship was ever on the rocks was... well, maybe we shouldn't talk about that.
I try not to grin when I see Morgan's eyes widen. Got him.
You wouldn't say that if you weren't going to tell me.
Get him, Morgan.
Well, I don't know.
She leaves her mug on the table and moves closer to me. I definitely saw her smile for a second there.
The Tara I know would never pass up a chance to tell a story.
Well, if you insist.
Ava, wait until you meet the love of my life. Just you wait. She's insane. Like, oh my god. Wait until you see the love of my life.
Maddie and I actually dated once. For
What?
a few weeks, back when we first started college. Everyone we knew was pairing off, so we figured we should try it too. It's our secret shame.
That one's what? No. Absolutely not. No. 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 No, but you're only friends. That's friend vibes. You don't mess with your friend vibes. No. What? What? Huh? Okay.
I'm not surprised. You two would make a terrible couple.
You can't just... She's so real for that, but still...
Jeez, blunt much? You're not wrong, though. It nearly killed our friendship. Thankfully, we called it off and went back to being friends. We haven't had any trouble since.
Jesus Christ.
Until now.
Yeah, until now.
Maddie loves Love Live? No way! Let's go! Maddie, Love Live real? She's like me, for real, for real. So much for lightening the mood.
I don't know. I guess her deciding to walk away from everything we built together doesn't exactly make me feel jazzed about our friendship.
Her having different priorities doesn't have anything to do with friendship.
What, like going back to school? She hated school. So either that's some bullshit excuse, or she just hates working on Terranormal even more.
She was talking about coming back. Having real proof seems to have changed her mind.
And then what? She goes along with it for another few months and gets sick of it? I can't deal with that again.
I can tell I'm getting louder, but I don't care. I haven't had a chance to let any of this out since it happened. Morgan, of course, doesn't even flinch.
The thing is,
Now she's acting like she wants to be in on the action again? Am I really supposed to believe that she wants to commit to this?
but she...
I'm not an idiot. It's not like I'm ignoring the fact that she keeps running off to the woods to be by herself. I'm supposed to just be cool with that?
Tara,
I'm so sick of all this bullshit. Maybe I'd just be better off without her.
Tara!
You tell him. I jump as her voice drowns mine out completely. This burst of emotion isn't funny. It's honestly kind of terrifying.
Stop. Just stop. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Get him.
You don't want Maddie to leave the show, but you're refusing to listen to her when she talks about coming back. You don't want to lose your friendship, but you're freezing her out when she tries to make connections again. I love your show. You know I do. But there are more important things in your life than talking about Bigfoot in front of a camera.
Tell her. Holy shit. What the hell was that? She just shot through my bullshit like some kind of forest-dwelling therapist. How am I supposed to respond to that? All I can do is sit back down on the bed and let it wash over me. She sits down next to me and takes my hand in hers. She gives it a little squeeze, and I squeeze back. I can already feel myself starting to calm down. When Morgan speaks again, her voice is back to its normal flatness.
Talk to her. Tell her how you feel and what you need. You can't spend your whole time with me and expect her to feel appreciated.
I don't want to leave you out, though. You're the whole reason we're here. Plus, I really like spending time with you.
Then spend time with both of them. You don't have to choose.
I do too. But we'll have plenty of time together. You're here for an entire month.
Yeah, of course.
The word month makes me feel a weird little pang in my chest. For some reason, I don't want to think about how temporary this is. I let go of her hand to take another sip of coffee. It's barely lukewarm now, and I consider just spitting it back into the cup. That definitely wouldn't be a good look, though.
Do you want me to take you back to the cabin?
I think I'm gonna do a little more investigating here first. Give myself some time to think about what I want to say to Mads.
That's a good idea.
Hey, first time for everything.
She lets out another little laugh. It's not nearly as big as her earlier one, but it's really nice to hear it after all that heavy stuff.
I'll go set up shop then. Come see me when you want to ride back.
You got it.
I stand and stretch, scanning the room one more time to see if I'm forgetting anything.
Wait, are those my panties?
Yeah, you're wearing mine.
Oh my god. I try to will myself not to blush, determined not to let her get one more fluster in.
Shit, sorry. I can change real quick.
It's fine. You can wear them. Just give them back when you're done.
Huh? Oh my god. Huh? Huh? My cheeks are burning again. So much for that.
Oh, cool. Thanks. I guess I'll see you later then.
Huh?
Sure, you know where to find me.
Without thinking, I lean forward and press my lips against hers. They're soft, somehow not nearly dried out by the cold air as mine are. Wait, why am I doing this? I jerk my head away, expecting to be met with an angry glare, but all I see is the corner of her mouth twitch up for a split second before she's back to neutral. Could be worse, right? Either way, it's definitely time for me to get the hell out of here. I head for the door, but something stops me before I actually leave.
Thank you.
Anytime.
I don't know what I'm thanking her for. I'm not sure if she knows either. Oh, sweetie, you are so down bad. I mount the door and back out into the village square, doing my best to leave my confusion behind me. I've got more important things to think about right now. I've got to think about what I'm going to say to Mads. Tell her I'm sorry for being an idiot, and that I don't want this to screw up things more than it already has. But as I think about that, I realize that I've got one more problem when it comes to her. If she finds out I've slept with our host, she's gonna kill me. Oh, POV change already? That's crazy. The cabin comes into view. It's warm and casts a glow on the snow. I keep my steady pace. It's been a while since Tara and I talked. Things still aren't fixed. They've improved. She's getting Maddie's help filming now, but I can still see that distance between them. It doesn't help that Maddie keeps choosing to stay behind when we go to the village. Her excuses are always flimsy, but Tara doesn't push it. I'm not sure if she wants to. I'm not entirely sure what to do. I never expected this to be easy, but now it's gotten complicated in a way I couldn't have predicted. I wish I could help, but I'm afraid that intervening any more than I already have would make things worse. Maddie still doesn't trust me despite everything. I have to believe it's not too late. I need both of them fully committed before I can tell them why they really heal. I'm confused what that meant. No, Shura, no, Shura, no, Shura, no, Shura. Shura. At the cabin, I enter without knocking.
It again.
I've tried it like 6 times, Mads. I don't know what else you're expecting here.
Hello there.
They both look up from what they were doing. It's not a surprising scene. Tara's hunched over her laptop in the living room, while Maddie stands nearby, looking ready to hit her. I don't think either of them noticed me entering.
Hi.
Hey!
While Maddie seems annoyed at my interruption, Tara seems genuinely happy. Whether that's for the distraction or because of it's me, I'm not sure. I walk over and sit down beside Tara, placing myself between her and Maddie.
Check this out.
She angles her laptop so that I can see it and presses play on a video. There's some distorted noise, but the screen stays black.
What am I supposed to be looking at?
Exactly.
Somehow exasperated, Maddie throws up her hands and storms off into the kitchen, banging around the cupboards without actually doing anything.
This was the footage that we took the other night. Remember? With the spirit and stuff?
I remember.
Yeah, well, it was totally fine a few days ago. We watched it a billion times, so you know as well as I do.
Right. It was perfectly visible then.
But now...
She plays the clip again. Nothing but noise. It's worthless now.
So what happened?
Beats me. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Interesting. Maddie slams a cabinet particularly loudly.
What happened
What Maddie thinks happened...
is that the file got corrupted somehow. Either when you exported it or when it was transferring or something.
But it was working fine before. Seriously, ask Morgan.
She points at me. I wish she wouldn't bring me into it like this, since it'll seem like I'm taking a side.
The video did work before, yes.
Great, that helps us a lot.
Maddie, don't be a dick.
Isn't there a backup somewhere?
This was supposed to be the backup. I thought I'd uploaded it to our server too, but I guess the Wi-Fi cut out, and
No.
that didn't actually happen.
Tara bites her lip.
That one's on me.
I'm expecting another sardonic reply from Maddie, but to my surprise, she sits down across from us and sighs.
Well, we can't change it now.
It seems that Tara's admission of guilt, even partial, helped her calm her down some.
Was that the only footage that was affected?
I didn't check. Can't see why anything else would be screwed up, though. We just got unlucky. Super unlucky.
That's a bit of an understatement. Without that footage, we don't have anything to show.
I want to tell her that there will be plenty more opportunities for filming the spirit, and likely other equally remarkable creatures, but I know that she won't believe me yet. Gilladora warned me this would probably happen, as if I hadn't already known. Gilladora also didn't help my case at all, since she said she didn't know if she could trust them yet. I wish she would have told me that before I made a fool of myself in front of them both. Tara laughs, but it sounds forced.
Guess we'll have to take some new footage then. Morgan, you don't have any other mystical spirits sitting around that we could film, do ya?
Funnily enough, I do. I just smile though, going along with the joke. For some reason, Maddie tugs at her collar and looks away out the window. Perhaps she's more uncomfortable around me than I thought.
Can I borrow your laptop? I'll see if I can move the file to my computer, and maybe salvage something.
You really think that'll work?
No, but I'd like to try.
Sure thing.
She lifts the laptop over me and passes it to Maddie.
Thanks. I'll be in my room. Let me know if you need anything.
She leaves, taking Tara's laptop with her. She pushes her bedroom door, but doesn't close it all the way. Beside me, Tara places her hand over mine. It's not anything that Maddie would be able to see from her room. I'm not sure why Tara is so insistent on keeping our relationship a secret. Still, I appreciate the gesture. Of everything that's happened since the two of them arrived here, getting close to Tara like this has certainly been the most unexpected.
It seems like things are a bit better between the two of you. Did you talk?
Alright, Riceman, thank you so much for joining us today. Stay safe, make good choices, have a wonderful dinner. I make sure to keep my voice low.
Not yet. I was going to, but first Nats wasn't home, then she was shut in her room all day when she got back. I was going to bring it up today, but then all this stuff happened.
At least the two of you are talking a little. She must be feeling bad too.
Maybe. You should have heard her before you got here, though.
I'm sorry.
Nah, don't be. It's like you said, this is on both of us.
You really don't know what happened to the footage? I promise I won't tell Maddie anything.
Nope, it's 100% legit. It was working fine, and then it wasn't. I didn't even drop my computer or spill water on it this time.
This time.
That's so strange.
You're telling me. Mads is convinced I did something to screw it up, though.
I have a niggling suspicion in the back of my mind. But I don't want to bring it up yet. I don't want to alarm Tara if I can help it.
Has anyone...
Right in the middle of my sentence, the heater in the corner of the room makes a sizzling noise and then dies. Tara and I both stare at it.
Did you see that?
I did.
God!
Clutching her head in her hands, Tara gets up and goes to inspect the heater. She looks around and underneath it, although it's clear she has no idea what she's actually looking for. While her back is turned, I take a moment to peer out the window, scanning for anyone or anything out of the ordinary. I don't see anything.
What happened?
Heater died. Check it out.
Wait, you're kidding me.
I wish.
Already the cold is starting to set in.
Was it a short circuit or something?
I'm glad that she doesn't default to blaming Tara for this. My suspicion gets a little stronger too.
No clue. Morgan and I were sitting here when it suddenly died. Didn't give any warning or anything. It was a lot like the...
She trails off. She doesn't need to finish the sentence. I'm sure we're all thinking the same thing.
like the footage.
She says it anyway. None of us say anything. Then, Maddie chuckles nervously.
That's a pretty weird coincidence.
That's such a strange coincidence.
Do you two think that, like, they're connected somehow?
What, the heater and the footage? There's no way that could be. It's just bad luck.
Maybe.
Nope. Okay. She gives me a look that says she doesn't think it's random. I'm inclined to agree.
Any luck with saving the video so far?
Not yet, but I just started. Give me a bit.
Right. I'm gonna go grab a blanket. You want one, Morgan?
No thanks.
What the hell?
2 seconds after she's entered her bedroom, Tara yells and pops back out.
The heater in my room is dead too!
Oh no. Umber! Hi, Umber! How are you today?
What?
Get you.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. Come look if you want.
Maddie and I both hurry into Tara's room. Sure enough, the heater in here is as dead as the one in the living room.
Were they on the same breaker? This cabin must have ancient wiring, right?
No, it was renovated a couple years ago.
Is the one in your room still working, Mads?
Without waiting for an answer, Tara pushes past and goes to look, ignoring Maddie's feeble clamor against barging in. We follow behind Tara yet again. In Maddie's room, the heater is running fine.
That's so unfair!
Maddie frowns too, looking perplexed.
I don't get it. Why just in here?
That's a pretty weird coincidence.
I just woke up and listened to... Thank you, Umber. Thank you. Thanks. Tara does a poor imitation of Maddie's voice.
It is! What else do you want me to say?
Grumbling, Tara leaves the room without giving an actual answer. Maddie doesn't try to stop her and stares at her perfectly functional heater. I shut the bedroom door behind me as I leave.
Okay, tell me I'm not crazy. Something weird is going on.
You're not crazy. This definitely isn't a coincidence.
You say that like you know what's going on.
I can feel a pit opening up in my stomach. I've never been good with words, and I'm not sure how to phrase everything I'm about to tell her, much less how she'll take it. I must struggle for too long because I can see Tara's expression go from mopey to concerned.
Hey, you okay? I was just kidding, but like, do you actually know what's up?
I press a finger to my lips and point to Tara's room. Her eyes go wide, but she nods. I lead the way with her following close behind.
We can talk now.
Tara looks like she's going to explode.
Now? What the hell? That was like something out of a spy movie.
Tara, please.
Shh, not so loud.
I listen for any indication that Maddie is followed behind us, or is eavesdropping, but her door never opens. Tara watches, waiting for me to elaborate, but I can tell that it's taking every ounce of self-control she has to not barrage me with questions. It's understandable.
Okay, bear with me, because I'm not sure how to say some of this.
Nearly vibrating with excitement, Tara nods, and take a deep breath.
I don't think that all these malfunctions are a coincidence. I think they're intentional sabotage, and that my mother's to blame.
Her eyes get as wide as saucers.
Your mom?
Her mom.
Yes, and I also think that Maddie might be involved too. It's not her fault at all. I'm afraid that my mother might have gotten to her first. She might not even know it.
Gotten to her how?
As in, she's not in control of her actions. She might not even be aware of them.
You mean like mind control?
More or less, yes.
She stares at me, and then starts to laugh. She gets up and paces around the room, her hands flying in useless motions as she laughs.
Okay, you're screwing with me, right? Mind control. Maddie!
I'm not messing with you. I'm dead serious.
I can't blame her for being incredulous. It's a lot to take in at once, and the rest of what I have to say is even stranger. But if there's anyone who will believe me, who will believe the truth, it's Tara. Her laugh becomes a whistle as she calms down. She takes a second to compose herself, and then sits on the bed next to me.
Okay, mind control. Go on.
Like I said, I doubt Maddie's even aware. It's probably more like sleepwalking for her, but it would make sense. You said she's been spending a lot of time away from the cabin, right? And that she doesn't like to talk about where she's been. Plus the footage being damaged, and then the heaters dying. It makes sense.
You're gonna have to sell me on this more. I wouldn't say that makes sense. What's the point of it? Why would your mom do that, and how? Like we haven't even approached the point of making sense.
I know. I'll explain.
I'm trying to remain calm myself, but there's a nervousness that I've never felt before. This is my first time ever talking about this with someone else. No matter how many times I'd imagined this conversation and rehearsed it in my head, it's nothing like real life.
My mom isn't really my mom. To be frank, she's not even human. Not anymore.
I pause, waiting to see how Tara takes it. No reaction. I doubt that anything I'm saying even registers as a possibility to her. My only choice is to go through it all and hope that she believes me in the end.
The person you've met, the creature, is something else, using a human woman's body as a host. She has the whole town under a glamour that makes them loyal to her, and she has for years. Longer than I've been alive. I think she has Maddie now, too. The reason that I sent you an email and invited you to Eisenfeld isn't because of the forest spirit or any of that other stuff, although it's related too. The reason is because I need your help. Evelyn, or the thing inside her, is going to try to kill me soon, to use me as a new host, within the next few weeks. You were the only people in the world who I could think of who might believe me. There wasn't anyone else I could ask.
This is insane.
She knows that too, which is why she's trying to get rid of you now. Ruin your trip, make you want to leave. She would never hurt either of you. Too many people would notice if something happened. There'd be way too much unwanted attention on her. But if she could get the two of you to leave Eisenfeld, then she'd be able to proceed with her plans. I'm pretty sure that's what she's trying to do, through Maddie.
Well, I was not expecting this. What?
That's it, I guess.
As I finish speaking, I look down at my legs. It feels like a weight has been lifted off my chest. If nothing else, I'm glad that I got to tell someone. Even if nothing changes, at least I got to share my story. If she doesn't believe me, if she thinks I'm as crazy as Maddie does, then I'm out of options. The silence stretches on, and I glance up at Tara's face. For someone usually so expressive and easy to read, her face is immutable. I can't tell what she's thinking. She just stares at me intensely, more scrutinizing than I've ever seen before. I meet her eyes, willing her to search mine and see that I'm telling the truth. I want to reach across and grab her hand. More than that, I want her to grab mine. Tara huffs, blowing a loose strand of hair that's fallen over her face. She blinks, pops her knuckle, scratches her leg, then finally she half smiles.
Okay, so then what do we do now?
Does that mean that you believe me?
My breath catches in my throat, scarcely daring to believe it. She hasn't confirmed yet. She could just be playing along.
Of course I do.
I can't help myself. I lean forward and wrap my arms around her in a very selfish hug.
I'm so sorry for dragging you into all of this.
She doesn't deserve any of what's going on. I brought her into my own world of problems. Her arms wrap back around me without hesitation.
Hey, I'm glad you did.
Really?
Of course! If some other paranormal blog got this scoop, I'd be jealous forever.
We both laugh.
But I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot to take in, especially the stuff about Mads. But if never coming here would have meant you having to deal with all this on your own, then it's a damn good thing we're here.
For the first time that I can remember, I feel warm and comfortable. It's a moment that I wish could last forever. I don't deserve her support, but I'm infinitely glad that I have it.
Now let's go kick your mom's ass!
I laugh again. I'm glad that she's able to keep a light heart through all of this. We're going to need it.
Really though, what do we do now? Pack our stuff and get out of here? You could totally crash with me and Mads. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. You'd have to get past that whole mind control thing first, though.
No. Running away isn't an option. She would just take someone else instead. She has to be dealt with.
You said it'll happen in a couple weeks, right? How do you know?
It'll happen on the winter solstice. It's something to do with the moon. I don't really know the specifics myself. There's not a whole lot of information to go off.
You're in luck, because investigating stuff without a real lead is my speciality.
Oh my god. She's incorrigible, and her smile is infectious. Her optimism and confidence makes me think that this might work out okay after all.
There'll be plenty of time for that, I promise. Right now, I should head back home.
Already? Feels like you just got here a bit ago.
I know. I wish I could stay longer, but I need to start preparing right away. There's a lot that I'll need to fill you in on, but it'll take some time for me to get ready.
So, like, later tonight?
Probably tomorrow or the next day.
Okay, I'll lie low until then. What should we do about...
I want to see Gay Ghost. Mood! Literally mood! Me! Mood! Her voice trails off, and she nods in the direction of the rest of the cabin, and Maddie.
Nothing for now. Just try to act normal around her if you can.
So, avoid conversation as much as possible. Easy peasy.
We stand up together, and Tara walks me to the front door.
So, see you soon, I guess?
Right.
She leans forward suddenly, giving me another quick hug. My second one today. It's over far too quickly.
Cool. I'll be waiting.
I smile.
Me too.
It's always scary going home and facing the prospect of seeing Evelyn face to face. Today, though, it doesn't seem as bad. There's still a long way to go, but with Tara's help, there's a chance that everything will work out. That's more than I've ever been able to say before. The skies are grey out when I wake up. I check my phone for the time, thinking that it must still be early. But no, it's almost 10. It's the clouds that are making it so dark. We're definitely in for a lot of snow today. It looks like it could be more than any of the previous storms. Sighing to myself, I get out of bed and get dressed without wasting any time. There's no way I'm going to be able to go see Abigail. Damn it! No! No! God damn it. See Abigail today. Not with the weather as it is. I hope she won't wait up for me. Where's my woman? It's frigid in the living room. I spent a while trying to fix the heater, but to no avail. I don't even know what's wrong with it. Tara must have had it pretty rough too. At least she could bundle up in blankets to keep warm. The door to her room is shut, so she's either gone or still asleep. I'm glad that things have improved between us. She seemed to have a change of heart or something, because a couple of days ago she started making small talk again. Even our argument over the footage wasn't as explosive as it could have been. If it had happened 3 days prior, we probably wouldn't be on speaking terms at all anymore. I make myself a bowl of cereal and have a quiet breakfast. Alone. There she is! I miss you! Although I have gotten used to not interacting with Tara much, there were still my visits with Abigail to look forward to. Now there's no telling how many days it'll be until the weather's cleared up enough for me to go see her again. Hopefully it'll blow over quickly. It's already starting to snow a little. Gay ghost! Gay ghost! Just to pass the time, I move my laptop out into the living room and start an episode of a show I've been meaning to watch. I keep one headphone out so that I'll be able to hear if Tara leaves her room. She never does. After 2 episodes, I get up and knock on her door. Unsurprisingly, there's no answer. I take a quick peek inside. Empty. She must be at Morgan's again. At this point, it's pretty obvious that they're more than friends. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's none of my business, of course. They're both adults and can do whatever they want. But I can't help being a little envious. It's been more than a year since I've been on a date. Things ended sort of messily with my last girlfriend. and since then I haven't really been looking. Working on the show kept me busy enough. Still, it wasn't that I was trying to avoid meeting anyone new. It just didn't happen. I'm not like Tara. I can't talk to strangers and carry on a conversation straight away. Business stuff? Sure. Small talk? No way. I've always been a bit jealous of that. So seeing how quickly and how naturally Morgan and Tara ended up together feels like a painful reminder of my own social inadequacies. I guess there's an expiration date on their relationship. Whatever it may be, though. It's hard to believe that we're already halfway through our trip to Eisenfeld. It occurs to me that I'm in a similar situation with Abigail. Although our friendship is nothing like Morgan and Tara's, it's also time-limited. That thought hurts. More than I expected it to. I wish there was some way she could come back with us. I wonder how difficult it is to smuggle a ghost internationally. That's the kind of problem Tara would be great at solving if she was around. In fact, I wonder if maybe I should take this opportunity to try and mend things with her. Assuming Abigail was okay with it, I could take Tara to meet her. While not quite as dramatic as the forest spirit, having a genuine ghost on film would still be a huge win for the show. It's a little funny to me that an actual ghost is mundane compared to what else we've seen. I'm not entirely convinced on the idea. There's still some appeal to keeping the news to myself. For at least a little bit longer. A knock at the front door interrupts my TV watching.
Coming!
I undo the latch and come face to face with Evelyn again.
Good afternoon.
Hi there.
My previous encounter with her on the way back from the church flashes through my mind and sets me on edge. There's a man I don't recognize with her too, adding to my unease.
We heard there was an issue with the heater, so we've come to fix it. Don't want you freezing to death out here.
Her demeanor is 180 from last time. 180? It's a 180. I wonder which of them let her know. Maybe Tara mentioned it earlier today.
Oh, thanks. That'll be a big help.
Aren't you going to let us in?
Oh, I don't like that. Nope. Maddie. If you say Maddie, that's a fucking vampire. I realize that I'm blocking the doorway and step back to make room. Fuck. It's technically her cabin. I don't really have a right to say no.
Yeah, sorry.
Damn it, Maddie! The guy with her brushes past me and heads to the heater, getting right to work. Meanwhile, Evelyn and I both sit down in the living room. I stare at the floor, hoping that she'll start the conversation. But she seems content to just look around the room, admiring the decorating. When she clears her throat, I flinch.
I'm very sorry for the discomfort it must have caused. Even a single night without the warmth can be most unpleasant.
She stares at me intently, like she's hoping for me to catch some hidden meaning. Whatever it is lost on me.
It's fine. It was just one night. Thanks for taking care of it so fast.
Of course. Are you the only one home today?
Don't like how she asked that. I don't like how she asked that one. Don't like that one, guys. Ooh, do you know how much I don't like that? Maddie?
Yeah. Tara's out.
God. I can't imagine that Evelyn doesn't know about her and Morgan. Or at least that the two of them have been spending so much time together. She and Morgan live in the same house after all. But Evelyn's eyebrows raise.
Is she now? My daughter said your friend was here.
Fuck.
She wouldn't be foolish enough to venture into the woods on her own, would she? The weather's looking quite dire.
My mouth goes dry. Even Tara wouldn't be that reckless. Right?
I don't think so.
Good. Only a fool would go out in this.
As if on cue, a heavy gust of wind blows, making the whole cabin creak. Through the window, I can see the snowfall has already gotten heavier. Thick, heavy flakes mask the glass and obscure the view outside. The workman finishes up and moves closer to the couch. He still hasn't said a word since he arrived.
Seems we're finished here. Do take care, Madison. And don't hesitate to call if you need help with anything else.
Will do. Thanks.
The two of them leave as abruptly as Morgan always does. The moment the door shuts behind them, I leap up and head for the landline phone. I don't know what that was about at all, but it's obvious there's something more going on than I'm aware of. Something sinister. There's a small scrap of paper jammed underneath the phone with Morgan's phone number scribbled on it. I dial and wait, praying that the weather won't render the phones useless. It rings and rings and rings. It doesn't pick up. Eventually, it goes to a generic voicemail message delivered in an automated voice.
Damn it!
I slam the phone back to reset it and then dial again.
Please, please, please.
If she's not there, if she's not with Morgan, then I don't know what I'll do. I don't know where else she could be. On the third ring, the phone clicks as someone answers. It's jarbled and hard to hear, likely because of the storm.
Morgan?
The person on the other line says something unintelligible.
Hello?
It's just barely clear enough for me to hear my name.
Yeah, it's me. Hey, listen, is Tara with you?
There's another pause and some staticky noise, then a beep as the line goes dead. Frantically, I hit the redial button. This time, she picks up on the first ring.
Hey, it's me. Is Tara with you?
There's a noise, but I can't tell if it's her answering me or just interference.
Sorry, what?
Again, the only response is jabbled nonsense. I tried to talk to her several more times, but nothing is intelligible. I don't even know if she can hear me. The call drops again, and this time I don't bother calling back. I could try to send her an email, but it'll take forever before the webpage loads enough for me to do that. I try to make myself calm down. Logically, she's got to be with Morgan. There's nowhere else she'd go. Evelyn must have missed her somehow. I go to one of the windows using my sleeve to brush away the fog that veils the glass. It's already a blizzard out there, snowing harder than anything I've ever witnessed. That's when I see her. A flash of red hair over by the tree line. Tara. She's just standing there. When she notices me, she waves. The hell is wrong with her? I pound on the glass, pointing downwards to indicate that she should come in.
Come inside, you moron! What are you doing?
I know she can't hear me, but she keeps waving. Then she turns and walks into the forest. What the hell? She's lost it. She's absolutely lost it. I fight against the wind just to open the door.
Tara!
My voice is swallowed up by the wind. There's no way she could have heard me. I try yelling again, but the cold stings my throat. Is this some idea of a joke to her? It's a terrible one if so. Stepping out the front door, I can barely see her amongst the trees and swirling snow. She's just standing there, waiting for me. I linger, not sure what to do. I can't just leave her there, but going out in this would be asinine. She waves again, more urgently. She clearly wants me to follow her. Maybe she needs my help. Maybe someone's been injured. Still, the storm. Every second I'm out here, the cold seeps a little bit further into me. I need to decide. I clench my fists. If nothing else, I know that Tara would come for me. Bracing myself, I start walking towards her. It's nearly impossible. Just keeping my balance and remaining upright is a chore. Every step I take feels like a battle against nature. Slowly, though, I do it. Once she sees that I'm following her, she starts walking again. I wish she'd wait for me to catch up so she could at least tell me what's going on. When I cross the tree line, the wind gets noticeably better, although the cold is no less bitter. So that froze. I'm gonna quickly Tara doesn't seem phased. She is still forging ahead, always in the distance no matter how fast I go. Close enough to see, but not close enough to hear. After a few more minutes, I finally start to inch closer to her. I can't feel my hands or my feet, and my teeth won't stop chattering. I need to stop her now. My mouth is shaking too much for me to form any sort of coherent phrases. If I wasn't already genuinely scared, I am now. Then, without warning, Tara stops. She stands completely still, back towards me. I do my best to push forwards, finally making my way to her.
Tara, we have to...
I give up on words, instead reaching out towards her. My fingers are numb and heavy. Before I can touch her shoulder though, she turns around, and my blood runs as icy as my skin. Her face is completely smooth and featureless, like a mannequin. Her clothes, her hair, everything else are a perfect replica, but her face is an empty void. This is fucked up. This isn't Tara. This isn't even human. The sharp taste of bile rises in my throat as I stumble back repulsed. As I stare in horror, she begins to flicker like a light bulb going out.
No. No, 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 no!
This isn't real. This can't be real. This isn't happening. This can't be happening. Still flickering, the thing begins to move. Its shoulders start to shake as it rocks back and forth, tilting its head back slightly. It doesn't make a sound, but its intention is clear. It's laughing at me. I fall backwards, hands scrabbling through the snow that I can no longer feel. I scuttle away from it as best as I can, though it doesn't even try to follow me. It just rocks, celebrating its triumph over me. My shoulder smashes into something hard, sending a stinging pain through me. It's a tree. I try to stand up, but I've lost all sensation in my legs. My fingers scrabble desperately, uselessly at the hard earth and slick bark, but I can't find any purchase. I try to stand and my feet slide from beneath me as I crash back to the ground. Each effort is harder than the last. I try several more times to stand, but I can't. Exhausted, I lie there, cheek pressed against the frigid ground. I can't even feel it. My face burns as it's buffeted with more and more snow. My thoughts run ragged. I know how hypothermia works, how fast it can set in. Surprisingly quick, I'd once read. My body temperature only needs to drop a couple of degrees to start shutting down. I can't muster the effort to move. The fake Tara is gone now. The space it occupied is empty. I'm alone. The realization crosses my mind, surprisingly lucid. I'm going to die. This is the end. There is no after this. I've reached the end of my life. Snow accumulates on my body. What parts I can feel burn. I'm grateful for those that I can't. My breath is barely even a wisp of vapor. I try to tell myself that I'm wrong. Someone will find me. I can't die out here. I'm not some mountain adventurer. I'm not the kind of person this happens to. I can't freeze to death. I can't. But I'm going to. What about Tara and BT and my family? I can't just leave them all behind because I ran too far into the woods. That's just not how this works. I try to push myself back up, but I can't move my arms. I can't move anything. I'm sure that if my body allowed me, I'd be crying. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. My consciousness fades. A piercing light that should be unpleasant but isn't shines in front of me. I will my body to reach for it, but I can't. Then I understand. It isn't meant for my hands to touch. I let go of it all, giving myself up. But then, a sound. Imperceptibly loud, deafeningly quiet. Something vibrant and full of life fills my tired eyes. It blocks the light. And then... Baby... Abigail appears, a look of shock on her face as she reaches out a hand to Maddie. An angel appears. So, I think we were definitely spoiled. I definitely think we were very spoiled with Please Be Happy, because wow, yeah, we were spoiled. Holy shit. So anyway, I'm not cold. I'm not warm either. I'm not anything. I'm not even sure I'm awake. All I can see is vast, profound blackness. I realize my eyes are shut. Are they frozen shut? I try to move my arms to rub my face, but those feel frozen too. With great effort, I manage to wrench my eyes open. I'm flat on my back. Right above me is a familiar curved wood ceiling. The grey smudges in my peripheral vision are the pews where I sat and read with Abigail just days ago. I'm in the church. I try to remember how I got here, but all I have are glimpses of what happened. Waking up alone, the mayor dropping by unannounced, following Tara. Not Tara. Even nearly immobile, a shiver creeps up my spine at the thought of that thing. And after that, it comes back to me as an avalanche, running, stumbling, and falling, and being so cold. I can recall the dread as it happened, as I gave up, when strength left my body and my eyelids couldn't bear being open any longer. But how did I get from there to here? There's the sound of rustling cloth from beside me. I force my head to turn to look. And there she is, warm, radiant, just an arm's length away. Abigail. I blink, expecting her to vanish, to be a figment of my imagination. But when my aching eyes open once more, she's still there. Worry wrinkles her face. She saved me, didn't she? There's no other explanation. I mustered the strength to smile up at her. She smiles back, though it doesn't reach her eyes.
Hello, Madison. I'm glad you're awake.
Oh my god, her voice! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! She spoke! Oh, we're so fucking dead! Oh, we are so fucking dead! But you know what? Yeah, no, I'm fine with it. That's her voice? Oh my god. Guys. Oh my god. I need to take a drink. I'm sorry, I'm taking a drink for a second. I need a ghost girlfriend with a voice that pretty. What the heck? Wait, no, I can't because I've got to stay alive for Aspen. Real. On my way to jump off. Neki, no! Don't you dare! Neki, you're not allowed to die. You're stuck with me forever. In the otherwise silent church, her voice rings out like a bell. The first words I've ever heard her say. I can hear her. We can speak to each other. Understanding pierces through my exhaustion. With that understanding comes a whole cascade of realizations. A million feelings rush through me, and I don't know what order to process them. Two concepts stand out amongst everything else. Her voice is lovely. Soft and gentle like she is. I must be dead.
Abigail?
I mumble out the only coherent thought that I have. She slides from the bench she was sitting into the ground, kneeling on the floor beside me.
That's right. I'm here.
I love my dead gay girl. Anyway, she leans over me, the serene portrait of a heaven-sent angel. She's here. That can only mean one thing. My head doesn't hurt. My back isn't sore despite spending... My back isn't sore despite spending lying on the cold stone floor for hours. I can hear and speak with Abigail.
I died, didn't I? And you saved me and brought me back here?
She rubs her face, a pained look on it that she can't brush away.
You're not quite dead, but you're not alive either. Rather, you're somewhere between life and death. Like me. That's the best way I can put it.
Hello? I want this woman. I can tell that her tone is supposed to be optimistic, but to me, she sounds entirely too cheerful for someone narrating my own demise. Still, I suppose this is better than the alternative.
Then, thank you.
Her smile gets just a little bit smaller.
Please don't mention it. Really, I'm sorry that we hadn't been just a little bit faster. If we had arrived sooner...
She looks away, guilt twisting her face.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
What does she mean by we? Even in my adult state, I know that much. I shut my eyes, hoping that this might be a dream, and that when I open them, I'll be safe and sound in my bed at the cabin. I'm not, of course. There's nothing above me but Stern. I force myself to sit up. The motion catches her attention, and Abigail lunges forward, ready to catch me if I fall.
Oh, don't strain yourself.
But there's still no pain or soreness. Instead, it's like each individual part was switched off, and I have to reactivate them. Maybe that's not far from the truth. Once I've sat up, I'm able to stand without any issue. The heaviness falls away like a blanket.
I think I'm okay.
To demonstrate, I pace back and forth a couple of steps, feeling like I'm just stretching my legs. I reach out and flex my fingers, staring at their strange, glimmering transparencies. The whole time, she watches intently, poised to intervene if anything goes wrong. Nothing does. I'm fine, relatively speaking. I look towards Abigail for approval with the most earnest smile I can muster. She visibly relaxes. Yeah, I was stretching as she did that, so I was like, well, stretch. I then sit down on one of the pews. Abigail sits down beside me. It's bizarre. Despite years of existential dread, I don't know how to feel about my own past tense death. Well, Abigail did say that it's not quite death. It's not exactly life either. Oh, but stretch? Okay. It's a good one. And you didn't get unfortunate popping ASMR, so that's a win. Obviously, it's got to be a bit more complicated than that, but right now it's helping to soften the blow a little bit. I look down at my hands. They're normal and clean, not bloating and turning purple like in the last few moments. The rest of me seems similarly plain. Apparently, I was well preserved. There's one difference I wonder about, though. I press my finger to the stone that we're sitting on. Or at least, I try to. But my hand just passes through. It doesn't feel like anything. Right. Next to me, Abigail does the same thing, pressing her hand in up to her wrist. She giggles, and my heart skips a beat.
I'd forgotten how it feels at first. It's kind of wondrous.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Once you get used to it, it's really quite convenient.
Oh, I love her.
It'll just take a bit of time.
Abigail stands and gives me a huge smile, probably not realizing just how scary that thought is to me. I don't really want to spend however long it takes to get used to it like this. But she's clearly excited to talk. I am too, regardless of the circumstances. So I won't spoil the moment. Yet.
How long has it been since then? Since I... you know...
Even thinking of the word died causes my throat to constrict with terror. It's not death, I remind myself. If I can feel afraid, then it can't be death.
It's been over a day. You've been unconscious this entire time. I was afraid that perhaps I'd done it wrong, that you might not ever wake up.
Baby.
But here I am.
I can see her eyes sparkle with tears. Despite the fact that I'm standing right here, even the thought of my demise almost makes her cry.
Yes, here you are.
How did you do it? I remember thinking that I was going to die, for sure.
She looks away from me, fidgeting with her dress.
As I said, we arrived too late to save your life. The cold had already set in, and you were so far from home. But we were able to save your spirit, your soul, the important part of you. And that's what you are now.
A spirit?
A spirit. She nods.
That's what you are too, right?
Another nod.
Exactly.
Her voice is gleeful. I can tell she's excited by this. I can't blame her. After 200 years of solitude, I'm sure that I would be too. But for me, well, this is a nightmare, wrapped in irony. I came to Eitenfeld as a skeptic, and now I'm this. It's so overwhelming. What will my parents say, or my friends back home, and what about everything else I left behind? I never prepared a will or anything like that. Wait, so that means it was just human possessed by a spirit, right? Yeah, that's what I think. It sounds about right. I don't know what to think, what to feel. I suppose I should be grateful that I'm not truly dead, but at the same time, I don't know what I'm missing out on. Maybe it would have been preferable. I wish I could have at least said goodbye, especially to Tara. There's so much left unsaid. Wait, Tara. With a jolt, I turn to face Abigail. She flinches at how suddenly I move.
Do you know if Tara's safe? My friend, the one who came here with me. I thought I was following her into the woods, but it was...
The image of the fake Tara comes to mind, and with it a wave of dread. The memory of it is repulsive simply in how false it was. How unnatural.
She's fine. As far as I know, she was never in any danger at all. I'm so sorry, Madison. You were tricked.
Right.
I relax a little bit. Tricked.
Tricked by... by whom?
Evelyn, come on, girl. Abigail looks uncomfortable once more.
I'm not sure what name she uses now. The mayor of the village. Whatever you know her as.
Maybe Maddie just says, oh my god.
Evelyn.
Evelyn. So she's responsible. I'm not surprised in the least. The way she always seemed like a snake, coiled and ready to pounce. The bad feeling I got every time I interacted with her. She must have come by the cabin just to scope me out. She had probably been planning this all along. I shudder.
Who is she really? Why would she want to kill me?
I'll explain it later, but I promise you don't have to worry about her anymore.
Clearly, that's supposed to make me feel better. But it doesn't. Yeah, she's not a threat anymore, but only because she succeeded. I want to understand. I need to understand. Why would she want me dead? I guess I'll find out in time.
I just have one other question. Earlier, when you were talking about saving me, you kept saying we. Who else?
Finally! Now her eyes regain that previous mischievous gleam that I've started to recognize on her.
Someone special. I'll take you to meet them if you feel you're ready for it.
Abigail, I love you.
I think so.
There's nothing to be accomplished by sitting around feeling sorry for myself right now. I've spent enough of my time in Eisenfeld doing that as it is. Plus, I'm curious to see who might have helped Abigail. Who else could have known about her this whole time, yet kept her a secret? Please be the big tree person. I stand up and absentmindedly offer a hand to Abigail to help her up too. She takes it, then drops it immediately. Eyes wide and awestruck, she stares as if I'd sprouted a tentacle from my arm. Baby! Baby! Tears spring to her eyes, seeping out to form a thin river down her face.
What is it? What's wrong? Did I hurt you?
Your hand. I can feel it.
She's right. It hadn't even registered as different to me, but for the first time since we've met, I can actually touch and feel her there. She grabs my hand again, not standing. She closes her eyes as her fingers roam over mine, taking in the sensation. With anyone else, anyone on Earth, it'd be awkward. But somehow with Abigail, I don't mind. It's a little endearing, in fact. After a moment, she seems to realize what she's doing. With a yelp and a sheepish expression, she lets go. What? Hi, how are you? We are winning. We have a cute ghost girlfriend.
I'm sorry, Madison. I just got so carried away for a moment.
No, keep going, keep going, keep going.
It's fine. Really.
My skin still tingles with the feeling, vivid because of the absence of anything else. Abigail also gets to her feet, without my help. Together we face the doors of the church. They look like they've been untouched since I was last here, with Morgan and Tara. I wonder how they're taking it. I wonder if they even know yet that I'm gone. It's quite possible Tara hasn't even come by the cabin. It could be days before she knows. I push those thoughts out of my head, though. It doesn't make a difference at this point. I'm still alive and cognizant, at least in some capacity, and as long as that's true, then there's a hope that maybe I can get out of this situation. All I can do is hope. And learn. Swallowing my fear as much as I can, I take the first step towards the door.
Should we go meet your friend then?
Tree. Please, tree person. It's calm outside. In the day or so that's passed, the weather seems to have also mellowed out. A thick layer of fresh snow coats everything, looking fluffy and inviting. A few clouds darken the sky overhead, but are nothing compared to the maelstrom that I got caught in. The occasional flakes that fall seem serene, not threatening. Of course, they pass right through me. Abigail leads me into the woods. I try not to pay attention to how I can't hear my footsteps in the snow, or how the cold doesn't bother me. It's convenient, sure, but it's wrong. The two of us walk side by side, deeper and deeper into the forest. This will be the farthest I've ever gone, since previously I'd never passed the church. Just like Morgan a few nights ago, Abigail seems to know exactly where she's going.
Abigail, can you tell me a bit about what it's like now? Being a ghost and all.
Abigail's face lights up and she claps her hands together, Her steps become an eager skip.
Of course! I'd be happy to.
Oh, I am in love. She clearly means it.
Where to begin? I found it to be quite convenient personally. As I said before, we're not ghosts, per se. Or at least, not in the conventional way.
Same, Neki. Fucking same, dude.
Which is to say, we're not dead. It's more like we're somewhere between life and death. You and I are now fundamentally bound to the forest and to everything else in it. In the forest, everything is connected.
She frowns deeply, puffing out her cheeks.
This is harder than I thought.
I laugh. I guess even after centuries, she never expected she'd have to explain all of this to someone.
It's fine. Take your time.
Everything in the forest is connected. The trees, the grass, the birds, the foxes.
Mimo mention.
Everything. And that includes you and I, too.
Neki and I, same brain cell. Real. Bow, bow, bow.
Connected? How?
Abigail chews her lip as she tries to think of how to explain it. Her frown returns, deeper than before. Miho is older than Abigail. Wild. Finally, she just shrugs.
Magic.
Magic.
That makes sense.
Pleased, Abigail nods. I still don't know what to think. I've only just woken up. I don't know how long it'll take for me to process everything and accept it, or if I ever will. Everything she says makes sense, on a conscious level. I'm sure I could ace a test if someone were to ask me questions about it. But when I stop to think about how it affects me, about how these are now the restrictions and limitations that bind me, I stumble over nothing and clutch at my chest, feeling sick, but it's an impotent gesture. It doesn't help me feel any better. How? How can I be dead? How did this happen to me, of all people on Earth? This isn't fair. It isn't fair. I never wanted any of this. I never even wanted to be here. I can't keep my thoughts from spiraling. Every time I try to think about it, I'm just met with memories of dying and of fear. Fear for myself and for the future and what it might hold. Abigail rushes over, rubbing my back as she croons in my ear.
Madison, it'll be all right, I promise. I know it's a lot to take in, but it'll be okay. I'm here for you. I'm here.
I'm here. She repeats those words over and over, stroking my back until the moment passes. Dizziness fades in waves, and I slowly stand back up. In all, my little episode must have lasted seconds at most, but it felt so long.
Madison, are you okay?
Real, though. I was thinking, it's just...
Yeah, I'm fine now. Or at least better. Thanks.
Her hand doesn't leave my back.
Are you sure? We don't have to keep going right now. We could save this for another day.
I brush away the notion.
It's fine. Let's just keep going. If I just sit and do nothing, I'm sure I'd feel even worse.
If you're sure...
We resume our trek. The silence drags on for a while. Abigail shoots me glances every now and then, as if I'll disappear if she looks away for too long. In a morbid way, it's kind of funny. I looked at her the same way not too long ago, but she was bright and radiant, and I'm... dead, I guess. It brings a question to the forefront of my mind.
Earlier...
Abigail stops. I try to avoid eye contact.
You said something earlier. About Tara. how it wouldn't be possible for Tara to even see me.
Correct.
She speaks with measured words. Despite how excited she'd been, she's visibly holding herself back, like any wrong word will set me off again. It's not too far from the truth.
But I was able to see you, even before all of this happened. So why couldn't she see me?
Abigail lights up again, a look of pride beaming across her face.
It was projection. I've had a lot of practice. I'd be happy to teach it to you too, but it took me some time to learn.
Oh, sweetheart.
I see.
Decades. Abigail laughs nervously, trying to hide her slip. We lapse into an uneasy silence again. I take deep breaths, trying to distract myself from the hundreds of questions weighing on my mind. But my breaths feel empty, the lack of cold wind glaringly absent if I focus on it. So I focus on Abigail. She leads the way confidently. A passive smile rests on her face, and she looks more at ease now than I've ever seen anyone be. Every step she takes seems to push us forward, farther than any natural pace. The words she said earlier replay in my head about how the forest will help take us to our destination. We pass through a tree, but when I look back, it's meters away. It's not out of sight completely. Magic. Being able to simply pass through any obstacles we encounter makes the walk much faster. Even so, I automatically step over debris, or turn my shoulder completely to avoid scraping the trunk of a tree when I can. I feel the heaviness in my chest start to fade as we trek on. Abigail catches my glance and smiles warmly. I smile back. Genuinely now.
Did you spend much time in the forest when you were alive?
I did. However, I never traveled very far. Why do you ask?
I was just thinking about how you know your way around so well. It kind of reminds me of the girl I met here in the village, Morgan.
I've had plenty of time to see it all. It's simple too, once you know how to do it. As long as you know where you're going, the forest will guide your way there.
That's cute.
I'm certain you'll get the hang of it someday.
I force an agreeable smile. In spite of everything, talking feels good. Talking about anything. So I try to keep the conversation going.
What was Eisenfeld like back then?
Much the same as it is today, as far as I can tell. Quiet and isolated. We rarely had any visitors. Even news of the outside world, or the rest of the country, was slow to arrive. But I longed for it, for the stories that would occasionally make their way to us. Sometimes friends of my father would head into the city for a few weeks, taking the goods that we had grown and made to trade, and bringing back things we lacked. And they'd return with gifts for all of the children, my sister and I, or the little boy across the road. Gifts and stories about wondrous devices they'd seen, or about the marvelous people they'd met.
Her steps slow and then come to a stop, and her eyes take on a far-off, dreamy look.
When I was alive, I always wished to see it for myself someday. Instead, I had to satisfy myself with books and with other people's stories.
Her voice trails off, ending with a hum of satisfaction, remembering something but not speaking it. I wait quietly. It doesn't feel like the kind of moment that I should interrupt. Soon enough, she looks over at me with what I've come to think of as her typical smile.
I'm sorry. I hadn't really thought about these things in a while.
It's okay. I hope they're not painful memories.
She shakes her head.
These ones aren't. What about you? There are so many things that I want to know, but I hardly know where to begin asking.
Abigail points up to the sky, devoid of any clouds right now.
Machines soar overhead day and night, but I've never known what they are. Or watching as Eisenfeld becomes more modern, but not understanding. I want to understand!
She looks at me expectantly, Like I could quickly rattle off all the major inventions since her time and how they've changed our lives. From the way the corner of her eyes glimmer with tears, it's clear just how badly she wants to know. It must be horribly frustrating. She mentioned machines overhead. She must mean airplanes and satellites. How unbelievable would it sound to her that enormous metal crafts can fly through the sky and carry hundreds of people? Or about cars, and how just about everyone owns one. I'd need another 200 years and then some just to catch her up on what she's missed. And thinking about that for just a second, I feel like maybe I understand her loneliness a little bit better. Abigail quickly straightens up, maybe realizing that she was being kind of childish. She adjusts her impeccable collar and dodges my eyes.
I'm sorry. Again. That can wait.
You're fine. I'm sure I'd feel the same way in your position. After we meet your friend, I'll tell you everything you want to know. Or at least everything I can. I'm not exactly the best storyteller, and I'm not very good at explaining why things work, but if that's still enough?
I phrase it like a question, even though I already know what her answer will be. Sure enough, she springs towards me, skipping past like a stone.
Oh, would you? I'm sure you're wonderful at telling stories. I could tell from the way you read to me back at the church. Do you remember?
Like I could forget. That's a day I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Is it? Why's that?
She crowds up close to me now. To be honest, she reminds me a bit of a film camera. Zooming in, then out, then leaping past to focus on something else.
Well, that was the first day that we spent time together, right? And that's when you showed me your name.
Abigail goes very still. Several times she looks like she's on the verge of saying something, her mouth fluttering or her half gesturing something, but each time she stops.
I suppose it was. I just didn't realize it was that significant to you.
Of course it was. That day changed everything for me.
I bite my tongue from saying more. Things didn't exactly change for the better. Deeper and deeper we go, and the forest gradually grows quieter. The rustling of creatures underfoot gets less and less frequent, and then stops entirely. The birds chatter less, and then not at all. Even the wind settles down. Abigail is the only one who doesn't act any differently. She still hums to herself, or glances over her shoulder to make sure I'm still there. Like I have anywhere else to go. As we get further into the woods, the snow is thinner, and some places are totally without it. There are even a few patches of green, something that I'm pretty sure shouldn't be possible given the weather. The trees, which have been growing claustrophobically close together, start to spread out a bit more. I gasp when I see what's ahead of us. A grove of immense trees, larger than any I've seen before, lies before us. Like the redwoods back in America, they're so huge as to seem to hold up the sky. Totally bereft of snow, a few defiant branches hold leaves. They cast shadows over Abigail and I, and everything around us. An aura of life pervades the area. My skin prickles. The sensation is vivid, running up my arms like a spark. More than the church, where we are now, feels like a holy place, something sacred and primal. As we pass by, I have the distinct feeling that I'm being watched from all sides. The back of my neck is slick with sweat, and I brush my forehead as the pressure of being observed starts to hit me harder.
What is this place?
I don't mean to, but my voice comes out as a whisper.
We're at the center of the forest now. These trees are the oldest ones here. They're the ancestors of all the rest. All of the life in the forest comes from here.
I believe it. There's a quiet vibrance to this place. I walk a little bit slower, feeling as if I don't want to cause a disturbance. I trail behind Abigail, who seems totally indifferent to the atmosphere. It makes sense. She's probably used to it, and this place's luster has worn off for her. I can't help but gape. Without the snow that I've gotten so used to elsewhere, this feels like a wholly different place, another world altogether. Abigail leads me around one of the massive trees, and my jaw drops even further. There, crouched in a small clearing, is the forest spirit from the other night, the same one that stood in the storm and scared the hell out of Tara and me. He is Groot. Tall man, tall boy. Look at him go, it's still going. Let's go. Let's go, sir. He has a bird's nest in his person. Oh my god. Hello? Are you good, sir? You got a little birdie on your person. Somehow, it's much smaller now than it was then, though still several feet taller than me. Yet one look into its piercing red eyes, and I know it's the same. It had been looking away, but turns to face us. Its body creaks and crackles as it moves, like an old door rattling in the wind. My breath catches in my throat as I fight down the instinctive rising terror. Hock and scars decorate the wood that forms its skin. Though it has a vaguely human form, its body is clearly wooden. Little trees wind together, interlocking to shape its body. It regards me with a kind of indifferent stare, similar to when we first witnessed it at the church. The impossible red glow of its eyes is subtle now, and the previously winding and dying trees look more like its body is merely hugging itself. I look to Abigail to see her reaction, but she just watches the two of us with a slight smile, waiting to see what happens. That's when it hits me.
This is your friend?
That's right.
She acts as plainly as if she'd just introduced me to a fellow human, not a mystical creature. Abigail leaves my side to go to the spirit, and she nuzzles her head against its side like a cat.
This spirit is the guardian of the forest. It helped me save you, just like it saved me long ago.
It shifts slightly to accommodate her, standing a little bit taller. It makes no vocalizations, though. Nothing close to speech.
I see.
I don't really. Visions of its tall and imposing profile against the stormy sky really clash with what's in front of me now. But still, I know she's telling me the truth. I take a fraction of a step forward, expecting it to bare its teeth or warn me off somehow. It doesn't react, though.
Does it have a name?
If it does, I don't know it. I just think of it as the forest spirit.
I think back to how Morgan had first described it, as if the forest itself had come alive. I don't think she knew just how right she was. Its namelessness makes it feel even more wild and untamed. I can feel myself being regarded and judged by it, and I'm tempted to turn tail and run. I force myself to look up and to meet its gaze. When it stands still, it's unnervingly silent. It reminds me of a grotesque scarecrow, in a sense. From my peripheral vision, I can see Abigail look between the spirit and I, probably wondering if she should say something more. Or, knowing her, wondering what to say. I preempt her.
I've come to say thank you for intervening and for saving me. Abigail told me that you helped. I don't really know how I can ever repay you. I owe you my life. Or, well, whatever's left of it.
I'm not sure what I could have even offer a supernatural tree spirit to begin with. Its eyes watch me, impassive. I swallow the lump in my throat and keep talking.
I don't know what happens now, either. I'm still getting used to all of this. But, again, thank you.
Then, not knowing what else to do, I bow stiffly and step backwards. Still, it doesn't react. The whole thing is awkward and uncomfortable, but as with everything else, I'm at a loss. I can't have a conversation with the thing, and the details of what exactly it did are sparse. It feels like a waste to have come all this way for just a few sentences. I'm not sure it even understood those. It occurs to me that I have no idea how much the forest spirit knows, or even cares about the affairs of humans. I guess it must care at least a little bit since I'm here. The spirit turns its head to face Abigail, who smiles and pats its side. She says something to it, but I'm too far away to hear what. Then, as wordlessly as ever, the spirit rises and lumbers off into the forest, without a second acknowledgement. Abigail watches it go. Then she turns and faces me with a bright smile.
So, what did you think?
What did you think? She has all the pride of a child with a new toy. I stare after the spirit, still barely visible between the trees.
I don't really know what I think. I'm part grateful, part terrified, part shocked. When I saw it before, I thought it had to be a monster or something. It just seemed so ferocious and huge that I assumed it was evil. So seeing it like that is weird.
It's certainly intimidating at first. When we first met, I was also rather fearful, but I quickly realized how kind and gentle it was. At least towards me.
I'm still brimming with curiosity over Abigail's own history, but she's made it clear that she doesn't want to tell me yet, so I won't pester her about it.
Why wasn't it enormous this time?
It can make itself larger or smaller at will. The night that you saw it, it must have had a reason.
And you're able to talk to it? And understand it?
Not quite. I speak to it and it understands me, but it doesn't have any words or language. Some of its mannerisms I've picked up over time. We've had quite a long time to get to know each other after all.
Right.
Abigail walks over and links her arm around mine. I startle at the touch, but more so how casual she is about it.
Ready to go back to the church? Unless you'd rather stay here, in the forest. I imagine you'd be more comfortable with walls and a roof around you for now, though.
Yeah, I would be. Let's go back.
Arm in arm, she leads the way back. She is so touch deprived, real. She's so real for that, though.
God damn it.
We're in Evelyn's private drawing room. Tara is kneeling in front of the back door, wiggling a paperclip around in the lock. It looks like she's never done this before. Safe check? Smart, smart, smart.
Tara, let's go. This is a bad idea.
I'm not leaving till I get in here. She knows something about Maddie. I know she does.
I look around the room. I've been in here plenty of times, but never into the connecting study. Evelyn hasn't so much as opened the door to it with me in the room. Mari, can I disturb you? Absolutely. What are you disturbing me with? Oh my god, that's adorable. What the oh my god, wait, what is this? Oh my god, it's me. Oh my god. No, wait, I love this. What the hell? Shura? Shura, you cooked. It's a me. It's me. Oh my god. It's a no, Neki. Unbelievable. No, not the Mario allegations. Not now. Thank you, Chua. This is really cute. What the heck? Oh my god. I'm starting to regret telling Tara about it, though. If we don't get out of here...
I'm not disagreeing, but this isn't going to help. We need to...
Shit!
She hisses and pulls her hand away. Her fingers are brilliant red, and she holds them to her mouth.
Are you okay?
You could burn me. What the hell? Screw this. Let's just break the door down.
Girl! She takes a step back from it. It looks like she's ready to kick it. I put my hand on her shoulder. I really can't think of a worse idea right now. She'll just end up hurting herself.
Listen to me. We have to get out of here. Trust me.
Girl, you're gonna fucking hurt yourself. Let's not do this. She doesn't move to kick the door, but she also doesn't seem to have heard what I just said.
If she hurt Mads, I'll kill her.
Yes, 18 plus adds 2 Mads Abbey scenes. What the Okay, I don't think I have the 18 plus add on thing, but now I'm mad that I don't. What do you mean? Fuck. Terror vibrates in my hands. In this state, there's no telling what she'd do if I weren't here to stop her. She'd probably be lighting a fire in the corner of the room or something by now. I can't let her get hurt anymore, though. I can't let anyone else get hurt.
Listen, Tara, I've tried to force it open before. I think she has some kind of ward on it. No matter what we do, I don't think we're getting in there.
I'm not sure what Tara hopes to find in there anyway. Even if it's locked, I doubt Evelyn is arrogant enough to leave any real clues lying around in there. I think you can put it on. I can't put it on. Not until this is done stream-wise, like, permanently.
There has to be some way in. There has to. We'll get at that office and we'll find out where she took Mads. I don't care how much weird magic bullshit Evelyn's got. We're gonna rescue Mads.
Oh, Tara, sweetie. She still hasn't given up hope that Maddie's alive. I wish I could share her optimism. Safer work, Sasuke, real. All I can feel is guilt. All of this was my fault. If I'd never asked them to come here, no one else would have been hurt.
Tara, we need to go. Whatever burned you probably alerted Evelyn. She could be on her way right now.
What And stretch. Oh, that was a good stretch, actually. Have a good day, Nashua!
No, we can't give up now. Mads needs us.
Tara, we need to consider the possibility that...
Tara wheels towards me and grits her teeth. I can't tell if any of the anger she's feeling now is for me. If it is, I can't blame her. She hasn't been willing to face the truth of the situation. But she has to face it eventually.
Then what, Morgan? That she just killed my friend? Do you seriously think she'd do that to Mads just for looking around the woods?
Yes, I do.
My voice is colder than I mean for it to be. I instantly wish I could take it back. But she still doesn't understand. I get she doesn't want to face the idea of Maddie being dead, but she can't ignore the danger we're in. The look in Tara's eyes, however, say this isn't helping right now. I've been so enthralled that I haven't taken my— Take your meds!
I'm sorry. You're right. We don't know for sure yet. But we can talk about this later. Right now, we really need to—
Behind me, the door to the room slowly creaks open. My heart stops. I can't move. I can't turn around. I already know what I'm going to see.
Good morning, Morgan. Tara.
Instantly, I dash between Evelyn and Tara. Nothing good can come from these two being in the same room together. I have to keep them apart. Evelyn just laughs. Just the sound of her voice makes me want to run. But I can't.
You both seem so on edge. I'm sorry you don't seem to find my drawing room as relaxing as I do. Maybe it's time for some redecorating. How would you feel about a more earthy palette?
Hi, Saber. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a good day so far. We're currently about to wish this woman bad things. She crosses the room to the window and leisurely picks up one of the curtains, pretending to examine it. I can feel Tara behind me seething and getting angrier by the second. To be honest, I want to see her reactions to the plus 18 patch. Maybe in the Discord server one day. Like a mighty eagle. Rah! Real.
No opinions? You come into here uninvited, and you'd think you could at least pretend to be polite.
Now she glares at me. I can feel the temperature in the room drop instantly. I used to think it was something that was just in my head. I've changed my mind about it recently. It really is getting colder.
You never could, though, could you? You never could play along. Always so obstinate. You have to fight every step of the way.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
Just like when you were young. Always cutting your own hair short. Because nothing was ever good enough for you. The clothes I bought, the food I made, and you had to control just one thing.
A rush of heat and cold crawl on the nape of my neck. A rush of shame. Evelyn's mouth twists slightly, just enough into a smile, and she breathes a freezing laugh of pride.
When was it you realized you couldn't even hold scissors anymore? And you ran around town begging someone to cut your hair. No wonder no one else ever wanted to be around you. I imagine that's why you had to look all the way overseas to make a friend.
She shoots a glance at Tara, baring her fangs in a grin. She's not even trying to hide what she is.
And well, look what happened to them.
That's too much for Tara. She's been quiet this whole time, maybe from the same fear that gripped me. But now she steps forward. I hold out my arm to prevent her from getting too close.
What the hell did you do with Maddie?
Evelyn, this point of view was stressful. Evelyn turns back around to face the window, barely acknowledging Tara at all, and stares out it absently-minded.
You know, the forest is a very dangerous place. Every year, it seemed, there would be a new death. Someone would go missing in the winter. We wouldn't find them until the spring thaw.
She turns around. The look on her face is so placid and empty. I've never seen anyone so completely devoid of empathy.
That's why they're off limits now. That's why we have the curfew. There hasn't been a death like that in almost 10 years. Something we are very proud of.
She turns back to Tara again and takes a step forward. Somehow the room seems to get even colder as she does.
That is, until your friend. It's honestly frustrating that she would ruin our record so selfishly. I wonder if she had any idea of the headache she was going to cause me.
I'm gonna fight you. She shakes her head. She's smiling again.
Enough of the bullshit! Mads wouldn't go out there and get herself lost. She wouldn't. She's way too cautious for that. You did something to her and you're gonna tell me, or I swear to God.
Evelyn looks up. Her smile is gone and her eyes are as sharp as her fangs. Tara goes silent the moment those eyes are on her. I'm shivering now. I pull my arms close to my body. The air seems to crackle with ice. I try to take a step backwards, but Tara won't budge. I'm not sure if it's out of anger or fear.
I've been so patient with you, Morgan. Endlessly patient. With you and your friends. A mother's patience never wears thin. But then, I never was much of a mother, was I?
No, don't!
Tara is raised in the air, bound by an invisible force. A look of fear spreads across her face. I reach out my hand, but it's too late. Behind me, Tara rises slowly in the air.
What? Morgan, help! What's happening?
I know we were joking about people being punted, but I don't think I mean it this way. Her eyes are wide with terror. Tears well up in my eyes. I have to do something.
Please, don't! You don't have to!
Evelyn's mouth shifts slightly to one side. She looks so disinterested. She doesn't even take pleasure in it. She barely notices us and what we feel.
How many years did I give you the carrot, Morgan? How many? Eventually, you'll have to learn.
And just like that, Tara shoots backwards and slams into the wall so hard the whole room shakes.
Tara!
Oh my god. That voice. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Morgan's VA, the rent was due on that one. Holy shit. Holy shit. She crumples to the ground in a heap. She's not moving. Evelyn doesn't move as I run to Tara and lean down to look at her. She's awake. Still twitching.
Tara, don't move! Just stay still! You'll be okay!
Well then, please make sure you put everything back where you found it. The maids have enough work as it is.
Her eyes were all glitchy out before, by the way. So if you look at her eyes now, they were normal, but when she was having her little moody thing, there was a slight glitchiness to her eyes and they were a lot darker. My heart starts beating faster. The heat on the nape of my neck spreads down my back. But instead of the hollow pit in my stomach that's supposed to follow, I feel my shoulders stiffen. My breathing gets slower, more controlled. The edges of my vision start going dark. I feel myself biting down on my own lip. I look down and I see my fists are clenched so tightly my knuckles have gone white. For the first time, I don't feel any fear, just hatred. With that, she turns away. The room instantly returns to its normal temperature, but I'm still freezing. Her heels click on the hardwood and get quieter as she leaves. She stops at the door.
Have a lovely day, girls.
Yeah, so if you look at her eyes now, I wish I could like zoom in, but there is a glitchiness to her eyes there. That's definitely intentional. I don't know if you can see it from your area, but on the eye on the left side, it's kind of like bringing out a bit more, and it's the same model, so it wouldn't be happening unless it was intentional. So there is an actual glitch in that eye there, and if you look on the right one, there's a bit more of an in to the one on the other side. It's really interesting. I've been watching it the entire time. Evelyn disappears, and the door slams behind her. I still can't move. It isn't until Tara lets out a loud groan that I snap back to my senses.
Are you okay? Did she break anything?
I don't think so.
Can you stand?
She makes it halfway up before stumbling. I grab her and throw her arm over my shoulder. She winces and lets out a tiny whimper.
Let's get back to the house. I've got a first aid kit there.
As long as I get to lay down, we can go wherever you want.
Of course.
Sweetie.
You can use my bed. Come on.
She takes a few shaky steps before leaning against me. It's a start.
I think you're gonna have to take the lead on this one.
Tara does her best to help me get her up the stairs, but whether it's due to injury or shock, she's barely able to stay standing while leaning on me. Climbing a staircase is difficult, but at the moment there isn't really anywhere else I can take her. When I open the door to my room, Deladora is in the center of the bed, cleaning her paws contemplatively. She doesn't look up at us.
Come on. Let's get you on the bed.
I half expect Tara to give me some kind of knowing look as she stumbles over to the bed, but she doesn't. She just nods weakly. Tara collapses. What was that animation? Tara collapses face first over the side of the bed. Deladora doesn't even budge as it shakes with the weight. She acts like she doesn't even notice.
Teladora, move please.
No response. She just continues slowly raking her tongue over her paws. Ever since Tara and Maddie got here, she's been particularly obstinate. I wish I knew why. It's hard not to be frustrated with her, especially with everything that's happened today, but I do my best to just gently force her to move by climbing onto the bed next to Tara. Deladora finally looks at me, paw held indignantly. We're gonna hear the cat talk.
There's plenty of room on the floor.
Let's go! Let's go! The cat's talking! Tara shoots back up, yelping and almost knocking me over. She doesn't seem to notice as she just stares down at Deladora with wide eyes.
Did your cat just talk?
Deladora cranes her neck around to look at Tara and then speaks again.
No.
I love her. Her voice is languid and drips out of her mouth like syrup. Tara's eyes dart back from the cat to me, to the cat again, hoping for some kind of concrete response.
Yeah, I told you.
Her face lights up with newfound energy. The lines of pain that had creased it disappear in an instant.
I knew it! I knew I could trust you! Sure, it was weird that you didn't actually talk, but I get it. Shy around strangers. That's valid, and also, big mood.
Big mood! Big mood! Valid! Big mood! Real!
But I knew it. I knew you weren't lying.
I smile. After everything we've been through together, a part of me feels warm when she says that. My chest glows with a warmth I've only felt around Terra. After everything, it should be obvious that she believes me. But Terra's sincerity catches me by surprise every time. Geladora doesn't seem to find it as endearing. She rises methodically, then falls towards the foot of the bed. I'm worried about her. Every month she's gotten more and more cat-like, but this was the first time that she didn't speak at all. And we're so close to the full moon now, she's not going to get much stronger than this. I can't help but wonder how much time she has left.
Geladora, how are you feeling?
Neki, that's a question I don't want to know. She looks up at me with her bright blue eyes, alive with magic and intelligence.
I feel hungry.
Look at the little lamb! Look at the little tongue! Look at her, what a baby! What a little baby! See, it's a friend. Lamb.
Did you bring me food, Morgan? I don't think you did.
She stares at me. The expression on her cat face is unreadable.
I didn't. I'm sorry, Geladora. It's been a difficult morning.
Mulan.
Oh, good work, scene. That was a good one. Morgan looks to Terra.
You don't have anything, do you?
Mari blep when? I don't know, man. You're not getting a blep from me.
I think I have a melted chocolate bar in my pocket, but can magical talking cats eat chocolate?
Geladora regards Terra silently, her white tail swishing slowly across the bedsheets. Then, without saying anything or giving any other indication of her intentions, she turns and hops onto the windowsill.
Geladora, wait!
She turns her head back to me and gazes into my eyes. I feel like I'm being measured. I always feel that way around her.
No.
Girl.
You wait.
Oh my god. She turns away and sways her tail lazily.
I will be back.
And with that, she leaps from the window to the branches of the nearby tree. She slips through them like a rush of white water until she is gone from sight. Terra and I sit there quietly for a few minutes before she finally speaks.
Your cat is weird.
Yeah, a little.
That's cute. Terra smiles, Morgan smiles back, and the two sit together. Geladora is gone for hours. I need to talk to her. Things have changed so much today. I think she'll know what to do. I hope she will. In the meantime, I tend to Terra. She protests at first, saying she's fine. I don't doubt she thinks that, but I want to confirm that for myself. Eventually, I'm able to convince her to let me look. Her back is essentially one giant bruise, but that's it. It doesn't look like anything was broken at least. It's a relief, but maybe we were just lucky. Maybe next time Evelyn will do worse. There's no telling what she's capable of. And I can't let anyone else get hurt.
So what's the deal with gelato?
Oh my god. I open my mouth to speak, but before I can, Terra cuts me off.
I mean, I know she can talk. Please don't say she can talk. You're gonna say she can talk, and I'm seriously asking you don't. I want to know what her deal is. Promise me you won't say she can talk.
I promise I won't say she can talk.
Well, you just said it. Terra nods.
Her name is Geladora.
Geladora. Terra stares at me for a second before we both laugh.
Okay. Her name is Geldorado.
Oh my god.
But like, why can she talk? I've met a lot of weird cats, but none of them could actually talk.
Well, it's because she's not really a cat.
Of course.
Terra tries her best to sound like she completely understood the situation now. But it's obvious she hasn't. I take a deep breath.
Geladora isn't a cat. She's a fairy.
A fairy.
I don't know a lot more than that. I know Evelyn cursed her to be in that form. Her memories are hazy, though, and it's only been getting worse. She wasn't always like this. She's been around as long as I can remember. She only started talking to me when I was 12, but even back then, she's forgetting she was ever a fairy. I'm worried that soon she's not going to be anything other than a house cat.
Tara nods, seemingly taking everything in, and then she's quiet a moment, thinking about it.
She doesn't really seem that helpful.
I nod my head sadly.
She used to be. I'd have never known anything about what Evelyn was without her.
I bite my lip.
For a long time, she was my only friend. She was the only one I could really trust. I still believe in her. I still believe she can help.
I look away. Even if I'm telling her my story, there's still so much I'm not ready to share about growing up here. I don't know if I'll ever be ready.
I know it sounds like I was just a lonely little kid looking for a friend, but I promise she has the knowledge we need in there somewhere.
Tara starts to lean towards me, while letting out a grunt of pain as she moves. I go to push her back down into the bed, but before I can do that, her arms wrap around me. She gives me a gentle squeeze, and I lean into her in response. I want to hug her too, but I know that wouldn't be doing her back any favors. So I sit there and let her hold me. Try to take refuge in it. Try to remember that I'm not alone.
You don't have to make excuses. I believe you. And I'm sorry you had to grow up like that. It's their loss that they didn't stick around to see how cool you turned out to be.
She pulls back and grins at me. That same goofy grin I've seen hundreds of times before. But it's so much better in person than it was on a screen. And it's exactly what I need right now. Tara and I wait out the day watching dumb videos on the internet, trying to take our minds off things. If only for a moment, they take longer to buffer than to watch. It's dark by the time Gilladora slips back through the window. She's quiet, but even if I hadn't seen her, I'd still know she was there. Something about the air in the room changes when she enters it, the same as Evelyn. Gilladora thinks they were close once. She doesn't know how, but I believe her.
Hello, Gilladora.
Meowdy!
Oh my god, Tara. Morgan stops slightly at Tara's greeting.
How's your hunting?
She looks at me, and if ever a cat could give a self-satisfied grin, I swear she would right now. Her voice seems to luxuriate in it.
It was good, Morgan. Much better than your hunt this morning.
She jumps into my lap and rubs her head against my hand.
How does she know about that?
I know much about Evelyn.
Her voice is deep as stone and rumbles in her throat with a purr. She stops rubbing on my hand for a moment and looks up at me.
And Evelyn knows everything about you. What did you think would happen, cursed child?
I hate when she calls me that. I've spent years dealing with it looming over me, and the last thing I want is her rubbing it in. Even more, I hate that she's right. I should have known this would happen. I should have kept Tara from going to the office. But I never imagined Evelyn was that strong, and Tara's paying the price for my failure.
Evelyn is as good a hunter as any cat. She'll never let her prized vessel out of her sight. She's watching you even now, Morgan. And when the moon is full, she will finally strike.
And then, still in my lap, she curls up and closes her eyes. I'm not going to get any more out of her tonight. Tara doesn't say anything for a while. She looks contemplative even, but when she does speak, she asks the question I knew she would.
Why'd she call you cursed?
I wish I could lie. It may be the first time I've ever wanted to lie to someone other than Evelyn. But I can't. Tara deserves to know what she's involved in.
Because I am.
Tara just stares at me, half in shock. She quietly waits for me to continue. I hesitate a moment before continuing regardless.
Evelyn is not my real mother. My real mother died before I was born. And whatever Evelyn is, she took her body. She's done it to our family for years. Gilladora and I pieced it together from town records and scraps of my mother's diary. Every couple decades, she has to change hosts. And
I look into Tara's eyes. This is the first time I've ever told all of this to anyone.
And you're next.
Tara says the words I don't want to. I nod.
Evelyn's going to make her move on the night of the full moon. That's what Jailadora says.
I close my eyes. I know she's right, but I don't want to admit it, even to myself. The full moon is so close. And then I feel a hand grip tight on my own. I open my eyes and I see Tara staring back into them.
Wow, that's a lot. And, like, it's really hard for me to know what to say here, but thank you for telling me. We're gonna stop Evelyn, and if it has to be before the moon is full for whatever reason, then we'll do that and we'll save Mads. We'll stop her, I swear.
She's smiling so big and so broad, and she sounds so damn confident. I want to believe her. More than anything, I hope she's right. For the first time in my life, I want to trust someone. Camilla got real. Oh, it's Maddie. Nope, I have to be good. Nope. I have to behave. I have to behave. Nope, I have to behave. You'll watch me going through the 5 stages of grief. I said to myself, I'll finish it when we get to the next chapter. Like, not the next chapter, like the next, like, part where it's, like, possible to save. And I feel like I'm saving it before, like, the worst time again. Damn, she actually behaved, right? That one was rough. That one was really rough. I saw it, and I was like, oh shit, I want to stay. I need to be good and get an early night tonight because it's like 11:15. It took so much control, you have no idea. And like, it feels like such a short stream. And I'm so sorry it's so small, but today has been insane. And so I need to try and get a bit of sleep after weeks of none. Oh my god, go to bed, Mari. I don't know how to tell you this, but like normally we're streaming for another like hour at least. So I feel strange ending it so short. But I'm really grateful for everyone being here today. The beginning part was worth the wait. Real. Another 2 hours. Yeah, normally we do about 5 hours of a stream. So this is crazy. Finally, I can take my meds. Take your meds! I know, but 3.5 hours is already a lot. Is it? Oh, wild. I don't know, normally I see my 5-hour streams as like the minimum kind of thing, for what I do at least. I don't know. I'm normally like, okay, 5 hours is a good time. 3 feels short compared to it. But I really want to thank everyone for being here today. It was an insane day. I'm still very emotional from everything. And I hope I did well with reading for you all today. I'm still on a lot of adrenaline, so I don't know how well I did with reading, but I tried my best. If you aren't already, please make sure you are in the Discord server. Follow Twitter. I can't believe it went from Tara getting lucky and ended with Maddie dying and Tara getting punted. Real. It was insane. That was like a whole ass like thing of emotions. Your emotional reading on some parts got me mentally ill. Mentally ill in a good way, Neki? In a good way? Oh god. But yeah, I'm really grateful for everyone's kind words for the cover today. And good way, yes, good. And I am sorry to have to end it early. But, you know, as we say at the end of every stream, stay safe, make good choices. Thank you so much for watching. Good night, guys. Good night.